Welcome to Drop the Puck. We're here at Planet Ice Witness again for another stream series. This time it's for the Three Rivers Cup and it's between Witness Wild, Nottingham Lions.
Yeah.
I keep getting mixed up. Nottingham Lions and of course Sheffield Scimitars. Three of the teams that were previously battling it out for the North Cup. But this time it's for a different cup. It's just nice to see live hockey back, but it's a streaming series, and we'll be bringing you over the next 7 weeks 4 of the home games for the Witness Wild, and of course you can catch all of them here on our YouTube channel, but you can always follow us and contact us through our various media points, which is you can catch us on Instagram, you can get us on Facebook, and you can get us on Twitter, on our YouTube channel, which I've already mentioned, and of course on our web page, which is basntv.com. But first of all, to the game, we must apologise for the slight delay in our broadcast today. But even though we've been enjoying ourselves, I've had a smashing time actually. But one of the players in the warm-up unfortunately hit that little biscuity thing really, really hard and smashed the glassy thing at the back.
Yeah, so with the new signings and the new stream series, obviously change of faces. One of them is for the Witness Wild, and that is Kieran the Cannon Arm Brown, as he's now been nicknamed. But no, Kieran decided he was going to warm up and test the plexi behind Phil Pearson's net. Unfortunately, the plexi wasn't as strong as Phil Pearson, and it crumbled, so that's why we've had the delay. But yeah, change of faces, and the likes of Kieran Brown in this series. Gary, I'm up for this one.
Well, it certainly looks like it's going to be a good one. Now that I can see clearly, see what I did there? Now that I can see clearly on what's coming up, can I just mention that these two teams were facing each other in the last game of the last stream series that we did, and it didn't go to form.
Right, let me get the record straight on this one.
Okay.
Because a lot of the players, right, and a lot of the Witness fans will say Witness already had it in the bag. Okay, they were just taking it a little bit easy that day, weren't putting it in full shifts, and potentially weren't playing up to their strength. On the flip side, though, if you ask any of the Nottingham fans, or if you even ask Matt Bradbury, which I did, you can catch that interview later on.
Oh, see what you did there.
Yeah. The Lions felt that day they were that powerful. They could have taken Witness even at full power if they were up for the game. Now, nobody will actually know what the mentality of either team was unless you were in that locker room. But the result was what it was. Witness walked away champions, and now we've got an opportunity to carry on any momentum with any retaining players. Although it's a new streaming series, it's a new look Witness Wild, it's a familiar-faced Nottingham Lions. Is it going to be the same old story, Gary?
Well, this is the thing. Are we going to see? Are the Lions going to be coming into this confident, thinking, well, we put out a good case for ourselves in that last game. We showed that we could score goals against a strong Wild team. But like you've already said, it's a completely different team. It's a different look. Although the defense is pretty much the same.
Yeah, the defense is the same, but at the same time, it's now helmed by somebody completely different. So the big news coming into the streaming series was the fact that Ollie Barron of the Witness Wild decided to take a step back, and he's got other commitments. So, Ollie, wish you best of luck for now, mate. Yeah, watch your elbow. And so you obviously left the helm wide open.
That wasn't ping pong, by the way.
No, okay.
That was tennis. Okay. I know.
But you've got to look, and they left the open space for Witness, and they turned to somebody a little bit unexpected in our eyes, we'll be honest, and that was Rich Hagger, formerly of Hull Jets and Leeds Chiefs. Rich has coached in the past. Again, managed to catch up with Rich, and you can catch out a bit later on the first period break. But the main, I know, it's almost like I know what's coming up.
Oh, right.
But the thing is, okay, they've got a new mentality. They've got fresh-faced players. They've got a new way, a new plan, I want to say, of what they want to do. Ollie Barron had his own playbook, had his own set routines, had his own way of doing things. Okay, that was the Barron era. We're now in the Hagger era. Let's see what can come of this.
Well, you say the Hagger era. Some familiar faces from our Drop the Puck series over the last 7 seasons now have appeared in this Witness lineup. most notably, his old sidekick Jay Robinson's in there.
Yeah. Boris Geber's there as well.
And of course,
Kieran
the Cannon Brown.
Yeah, obviously there's Brady Doxey in there as well. There's a couple of really good signings. There's Harrison Walker, netminder, who's going to be playing back up to Phil Pearson. So, for guys that had to obviously take the step back and couldn't commit, the likes of Mike Mauer, Dan Bullock, things like that, they needed to replace those guys, okay? It wasn't a case of wanting to, it was a case of needing to. And again, I think that's something Rich emphasises in his interview later on.
Well, this has been touched on, hasn't it, previously? I know that coming into that last streaming live series, people were saying, who are these players coming in? Why are they signing this player, that player? At the end of the day, they're just trying to get a team out to play a competition which isn't the normal season. It's completely something separate. So it's giving people ice time, because I think Widnes aren't the only team that have signed players, some surprise players. I believe Sheffield have made some announcements recently in the media.
Yeah, so Sheffield managed to grab Ben Morgan, Lewis Bell, and surprisingly from Telford Tigers, Scott McKenzie.
Scott we know quite well from our times at D-side and at Widnes. But all I'm saying is it makes for exciting hockey in my eyes, because you've seen some really good players mixing it up with other guys.
It does, but notably, and here's the turn on the coin, Gary. The Nottingham Lions have gone with pretty much the same roster that was in that North Cup streaming series. There's only 2 additions. I think it's Norton and Weldon are their 2 additions. The obvious, substitution here is Joe Hazeldine. He's now icing for the Manchester Storm in that Elite Series. The teams are just taking the lines behind us now as they get ready for the national anthems. But I want to emphasise this. I spoke to Matt Bradbury, and Matt has said they're not really bothered what the results are coming of this. Right? They know it's a learning curve for those lads. Doesn't matter what experience they're playing.
Well, just as Ben's pointed out, the players have just got onto the ice. They're lining up, even though we've got this small delay. But the one thing that we are going to have prior to the national anthems is, of course, a minute silence for the recent passing of Prince Philip. Sadly, the news came out yesterday, and so we're going to join the team now for that minute silence. So a minute silence there for the passing of Prince Philip. Ben, an exciting game on the cards here.
Now it's hockey time, Gary. Now we get going. The music's on. The adrenaline's pumping. The legs are going.
The refs are out.
Obviously, the referees today will be Mr. Williams, heads the Zebra crew. Go Team Stripes. And we've got Faye Andrews in there as well, and Mr. Smith. They're going to be your referees. And again, notably, Nottingham Lions playing in the black and gold, and the Widnes Wild in the yellow and black.
What have you got a black and white telly there?
Nottingham will be shooting right to left on the first one. But in the meantime, no names on the back of the Nottingham shirt, which makes it ever the fun to call these games.
Yee-hee.
Let's do it. Carol, Your Majesty, we see you there. Thank you very much. Hi guys, don't forget, the chat is open. All we ask Little bit of decorum in the chat, please. It's a family show. We're all here to have fun. But in the meantime, Gary, 19 of these 22 players icing for the Nottingham Lions today have come from the Nottingham Youth product.
You can't fault Matt Bradbury for the work that they put in back there. They've got a great little setup for youth and some great players coming through and some great future prospects. The future for Nottingham's looking good, and it's something that a lot of teams could take a leaf out of their book for.
Very much so. It's one of the. We've said it so many times now on Drop the Puck. It sounds a little bit like a broken record, but it is all about the youth at Nottingham. As Mr. Williams gets ready, it's almost time to drop the puck. And we're underway in this first period of the first game of this Three Rivers Cup. And immediately, Baldwin for the Wild wins possession of that, looks to play it back. Hagger picks the loose puck up straight away, straight down. And he's going to skate straight down on, and that's Josh Crane in the pipes for Nottingham. So electing to go with Crane ahead of Sheldon. It's an interesting choice. Obviously, Pearson, the starting netminder for Widnes. And that first line for Widnes straight out. Hagger, Doxy, Coulter. It's an interesting line as tries to scrape it in. There's Doxy out in front, cleared. Pushed out the way. I hear the line. Once more, looks to ring it round. Dumped in by Coulter, picked up behind the net by Doxy. Hesdan chases him around the boards. Great little poke check there. Came in and allowed a bit of room. Kemp thinks about it at the blue, puts it in. Leg pad. Oh! Doxy off the post.
Missed that.
And Crane with the leg pad kick out save. Puts it on the stick of Doxy, who can't finish. 18:50 remaining in this first period, and already Widnes banging on the door.
Yeah, it was a sitter there for Doxy. How he never put that in the back of the net is a mystery, but nevertheless, it's still 0-0 here.
Norton gets his head up, looks to find that pass and finds Glossop. Glossop puts it in. Knocked forward once more by Fisher. It's going to be picked up by Robinson. Robinson now first shift in the yellow and black of Widnes. And of course, Gary, you mentioned it. Hagger and Robinson know each other very well from the Hull days, as well as Gieber. Boris Gieber making an appearance. And interestingly, Gieber and Robinson look to be the pairing there.
And don't forget though, Ben,
Brown now on the ice.
That previous stream that we did where Barnes was formidable on the ice, and to add those names that you just mentioned to the lineup.
Very much so. Griffin dumps that in, but it's picked up by Glossop. Glossop turns through centre ice, looks to find space. Robinson's come over with Toff, puts the body on, allows Griffin to pick that loose puck up behind the net, off the boards, and look to try and kick it up this wing now. Great recovery play though by Nottingham. Look to set it once more, quickly played up to Palmer. Palmer uses the boards, rings it round. Going to be scooped up on the far side there by number 28, that's Kieran Gibbs. Gibbs has Doxy looking at him, picked up once more. By Wild though, put back across. Here's Hyde. Hyde first shift on the ice tonight. Let's go for Griffin. Griffin decides to take the shot. Looks for the 5-hole. Crane's kicked it out though.
I think it rolled out.
Palmer was there to help his keeper, and as he is again, once more kicked away by Kieran Gibbs out into the Wild zone. 17:03 now left in this first period.
Well, Ben, 4 minutes almost. Well, 3 minutes gone straight away, and how fast did they go?
Very quickly, Gary. And it's a high-octane game, this. And how many times have we said again, the size of the pad here at Widnes leads to this sort of game style anyway. But when you've got two teams that are very young built, full of energy, it's going to come out the traps, and it has already. And here comes Doxy down the left wing. Doxy looks to try and get inside. He's got a man in the middle. Puts into the boards in the corner there, and that was Norton again. He's managed to turn it around for Nottingham. Nottingham back up the ice now. Hopkins, one of the ones to certainly watch for Nottingham. Jack Hopkins made himself stand out in that last series. Fighting to get it in. Baldwin's all over. Glossop there. He's forced around to Norton. Norton's just put into the boards by Kemp. Picked up once more by Hopkins. Back out, and it's going to be easily picked up there by Coulter. Coulter wearing the C. for Widnes in this series. And Hager tried to knock that on there for Brown. But Gary, what a line that is. Kieran Brown, Joe Coulter, Rich Hager, oosh.
Yeah. I never thought to see Kieran Brown wearing a Widnes Wild shirt.
Stranger things have happened, Gary.
I believe so.
As the puck dumped in, will Brown chase that down? He will do, but he's pursued by Fisher. Brown picks it out, tries to find Gilbert out in front. It's scooped away though by Hopkins of the Lions, back down into the wild zone. Decides to take the shot, comes off the skate of Hager there. Round the back of the net. And the pace now, just now, about 5 minutes into the first period, starting to ease off. Widnes looking to find Barnes on the overlap there, couldn't cut inside. Brown comes up for the support, quickly received though and turned around by Challenge. Bailey Challenge now with the puck for the Lions. Off the half boards, decides to kick it down once more. Pass it through to Gibbs. Gibbs takes the shot straight into the chest of Pearson. That's his first sight of rubber with 5 minutes just over gone in this first period.
Yeah, lively action there. He took the opportunity, picks the puck up, flies down, and tries to take the advantage, flies it home, and nothing happening, but it's still 14:46 on the clock, and it's still 0-0.
Face-off will be to the left of Phil Pearson in the wild zone. Robinson goes in for the draw, kicked straight out though to the Lions and Challenge. Griffin does well to try and find Hyde on this near wing. Pinched in by Dermott. And now through neutralised, turned around once more by Nottingham. Hopkins tries to get between two players. Great poke check there by Robinson, allowed Griffin to clear it. And they've broken the zone once more. Tarpey putting on the pressure. Clearance picked up by Toth and dumped in. Hyde's going to chase that down, but he's got to get around his man first, and that's Heyman. Josh Heyman doing well. Dermott once more. Out in front. Little hand pass there. Onto the deck. And we're up ice once more. Trying to break quick with Hopkins. Hopkins goes across. One-timer!
What a shot.
And that was a one-timer came in there. And it was number 14, Fisher. Well, Pearson, little flash of the leather. Denies him. Now Coulter for the Wild. Looks to go back to Baldwin. Trying to get something going as he allows the pass lanes to open up a bit. Hager tried to cut through the middle there, but it was well read by the Lions defence. Turn it back around, no second bite of the cherry with Doxy. Can't do it. It's reeled in by Glossop. And we've got our first call of the day, and that's going to be a hooking call.
Well,
So it looks to be on Connor Glossop, and it is as Glossop heads to the box.
yeah, penalties, they're going to be costly in a game like this. Nottingham need to keep their players on the ice. When you've got the experience of those guys that are currently in that Widnes lineup, they could make that penalty cost Nottingham dearly.
13:22 on the clock in the first period remaining. 2 minutes now on the power play for the Widnes Wild as he gets set up, and immediately James Neal with different ideas gets in there, cuts that pass out to Robinson, who just dumps it all the way down the opposite end of the ice. Now the power play unit of the Wild, we've got Brown, we've got Streetley, Bobby Streetley, formerly of the Blackburn Hawks. We've got Barnes, Gilbert, as they start to cycle that puck. Brown can't clear it past his man.
Oh, well intercepted.
And that's Palmer. Receives the body on from Brown for his trouble though.
Well, he delayed his shot, so
Kieran Brown making sure he finished his check, and here comes Barnes. Barnes forced to the outside by Hazeldine. Can't get it past Norton. Into the corner now. Gilbert looking for a man out in front. Norton's there though. Streetley can't keep it in. It's cleared out, and Barnes is under pressure.
good defence from Nottingham at the moment.
Great little PK here. Turned back around by Crowston. Dumped into the corner, and it's going to be Griffin now for the Wild, who picks that up with 46 seconds now remaining on this power play. Baldwin turns up ice, looks for space, tries to find Coulter on the wing. Finds Hager instead. Coulter picks the loose biscuit up, knocks it out to Griffin. Shot comes in into the glove of Crane. And the first real opportunity in this power play from Wild.
Well, it's been lively, I must admit. Almost coming up to the halfway point in this first period. It still remains a score. Witness Wild 0, Nottingham Lions 0.
Face off left of Crane now in the Nottingham zone. Coultering for the draw. Where it's going to be Weldon who wins that. Sends it round once more. And here comes Vlad Luka. Well, just lost it out to Griffin. He's regained it though. 20 seconds remaining on this power play. Loose puck, jumped on by Hagger. Fades to one-timer. Decides to go around. Was looking for Doxy out in front. Baldwin takes a quick one into the chest of Crane with 7 seconds remaining. 11:29 in the period.
Well, they've ridden out that penalty kill quite well. Defensively, they're showing that they're strong. They're keen. And fit as well. The speed of this ice hockey at the moment, Ben.
On the dot for the draw. Won by the Lions crucially once more as they're looking to kill off the remainder of this power play. You can hear Pearson smacking his stick. Griffin takes the last effort and the shot jumped on, and that's going to be the power play over. Wild going to be disappointed they didn't use that to their advantage.
Yeah, it's fired that shot home into the keeper there. But right off the power play, an opportunity gonna miss, but they go again to line up, and the Lions come away with that one.
Neil uses that round the boards to Luca. Luca head up, tries to find Hopkins on the overlap, can't do it. Well read by Griffin, cut out, turn back on the boards. Hyde tries to dig it away, does so, puts it on the opposite boards to Hughes. Hughes can't reel that in, it's gone all the way down now. Received by the Nottingham defence. Gretton. Again, head up, tries to find someone, but it's going to be cut out there by Toth. Toth does well with Hyde. Hyde scooped the loose one up.
Oh,
can't be reeled in either by Hughes. And this middle ice forecheck that Witness have got going on at the moment, just causing problems both ways. Robinson there, though, had to leave that. And now we've got ourselves a situation that'll break on by Newell. Newell put the shot on, runs wide. Scooped back across for Norton once more, and Nottingham look to reset and see what they can do. Brown now out on the ice. Chipped on there by Newell once more. Griffin. Finds Hughes. Robinson, sorry. And we can see now that... Oh, too many men on the ice call. You can see that from Witness. They were Gieber there with the puck, and they were 5s and 6s as they were trying to get over the boards. So we'll wait to see what the officials do here.
Yep, and we're having a player. Barnes is going to go to the penalty box. Serve time for the too many men on the ice penalty.
That's a silly penalty for Witness to be giving away.
They're all keen to get on, Ben, aren't they? That's the thing.
And both teams are going to be wanting to roll those lines though as well, Gary. That's the interesting thing. But 2 minutes goes on the clock to Nottingham. So with just over 10 minutes remaining in this first period, we now get the first power play for Nottingham. Get to see what they've got in their power play unit. As the first shot comes on and Pearson, he's trying to kick it out, and it's turned down ice all the way onto the stick of Crane.
Well, it gives us a chance to see just how good this Wild defence can be.
Challenge. Passes it off. Newell works it round with Challenge again. Neil beats Hughes out in the foot race. Crane comes right out and in. Well, Crane made the error there. He came for the puck, lost his footing. Oh, is the official waving that off? The officials waved it off.
Well, that's looks like he kicks the puck into
the
net.
Yeah, he's saying Hughes has kicked it into the net, so it's no goal.
Well, I think Liverpool would be proud of that. But if you watch it carefully on our replay, you can see it again. It comes off his skate. Yeah, and it's just side puts it into the back of the net.
So action back underway once more as the Lions win the crucial draw there, just inside the 9-minute mark now. Looks up ice.
Well, the Lions
Finds
get off
Weldon.
lightly there.
Just over a minute remains on the power play. Starting to cycle that puck. Shot comes in from
Wow.
Norton.
Oh.
And there he is. That's why he's been brought back, Tom Norton.
Well, he was at the point, he saw the opportunity, gathers the puck. He's all there on his own as it gets fed to him, and he takes his opportunity, slams it home, and gives Nottingham Lions the lead here. It's now Witness-Wild 0, Nottingham Lions 1.
Well, Gloss and Bradbury will be happy with that one on the bench. They've made the power play count after that shorthand hiccup.
Well, swings and roundabouts, Ben. Swings and roundabouts. 1 minute, the puck's in the net for the Wild, gets disallowed, and then the Lions come straight back and answer with one of their own.
As the Lions now trying to desperately clear it out of the zone. In.
Oh.
Ooh, again, look at that 5-hole. It's Coulter. And Geeb, is that Doxy there?
Yeah, Doxy.
Doxy's just having a few quiet words there with Archie Hazeldine.
Just slightly. As it just needed the slightest tap in there, I think.
So face off once more in the Nottingham zone. Coulter picks it off the boards. Manages to get out to the wing. Shot comes in from Streetley. Scooped up though. Crucially there by Challenge. Played out once more. Put back in. Challenge cleans it off the board. Looks to break up ice. No man's land. A little bit of an odd-man rush, but turned straight back around. Doxy tries to reel it in. Turned around once more. Challenge. Can't get that. Picked up by Coulter. Decides to go to the opposite wing. Finds Hagger. Hagger dumps that into the zone. It's going to be a quick line change.
Well, nice bit of play there. And another opportunity with that. Puck come flying in towards the Lions net there, and it looked like a tame shot as well, Ben. But nobody to tap it up. It got scooped up by the Lions defence.
Nottingham now looking to work out their zone. Oh, and they found Brown instead. Brown has to let it go to Totham to fall back on side. There's Griffin. Skates backwards for the Wild. Tries to draw out that Nottingham wall of black shirts so they can try and get round him. But Barnes does well. Gets round Challenge. Just about gets round Palmer. Challenge is able to get in there and clear that around. Kept in once more by Toth. Scooped up by the Lions. Shot comes in into the glove of Pearson. That's an easy save for Phil with 7:21 left on the clock.
Well, they haven't taken their foot off the pedal at all, either team. The pace is still high. It's a bit sloppy play, but when they're getting the opportunities, they're taking them, and it's still the Lions leading here.
Lions win the face-off in the Wild zone. Kemp looks to find Coulter. Baldwin can't reel that in. Quick injection and a pinch in by the Lions D as they try to intercept that from Hagger, but it's gone all the way back to Kemp. Kemp finds Coulter.
Ooh.
Coulter tries to use the drop pass effect. Going to be going with Baldwin now. Baldwin looks up, looks for the man in the middle, decides to take the shot himself. Good glove save, Crane. Coulter to Hagger. Hagger puts a shot in. It was Doxy looking for the redirect out in front, but great vision there, Josh Crane.
Yeah, and Hagger fancies his chances with the puck off the side of the boards here. Tries a really keen shot, but it's all covered away. Still remains Witness-Wild 0. Nottingham Lions 1.
Face off in the Lions zone. Brown's going to pick that up off the draw. Tries to clear it out. Immediately crowded out though. Manages to get that back on the boards. Body comes in from Hopkins. A little bit of a foot race between Streetley and Luca.
Oh!
Gilbert redirects that back. Dumps it up ice. Try to put it across.
Good block.
Witness from Barnes. Streetley, great poke check there. Once more, just disrupts the Nottingham flow. And the dump it in. It's come off a stick. It was going to be chased down there by Hopkins, but Pearson chooses to freeze it up instead.
Yeah. It seems a little bit scrappy at times. The passes, the tape-to-tape passing's not clinical, but you can see slight mistakes. Puck coming off the feet.
Widnes win the draw, but it's immediately turned over to the Lions as they force him into the corner. Trying to dig it out. Have done so. Managed to get it over to Barnes. Barnes gets his head up. Apologies, not Barnes. Toff. Managed to pull it back for Hyde. Hyde plays it off the ball. Gets a body on there from Glosser. Now Glosser manages to clear it out to his teammate. And that was Hazeline who's knocked it forward. And there's going to be a call there. We've got a call, and it's a hooking call.
Is it going to be on?
Well, we'll see. It looks to be against the Wild. It's going to be on Adam Barnes.
Is it Barnes? No, it's not. It's
not
a Tarpey.
Tarpey, sorry.
Yeah, Tarpey.
It's looking at the numbers on the shirt that rolled up, it looked like 88. It's 68. So Matt Tarpey's going to head the box. Well, they've given the Lions another opportunity with 5:25 left in this first period. Will they capitalise again? Looking to set something up now, Hazeldine. Finds Luca on the board. At the blue, shot comes in weak from Norton, but it was meant to be because it was meant to be redirected, but they've managed to clear it out with a witness all the way down to Crane. Now, Lions looking to bring this back up. Hughes applies the pressure. Puck release to Luca. Luca back to Norton once more. Given away though, and just calm as you like from Streetley. Just dumps it into the opposite corner.
Yeah, he's just having a good game so far, Streetley.
Once more, Lions look to set themselves up in the witness zone. Streetley gets straight in there, looks to disrupt it. Luca lets him in. Streetley tries to hook that in. It's found Hopkins instead. Hopkins takes a shot.
Oh!
Well, it goes bar up into the rafters. And that's going to be blown dead, but nice little move there. Luca drops that puck in for Hopkins, who skates in, picks it up, top of the slot. Pearson gets away with that one.
Yeah, it's deflected up into one of the playoff banners.
We're going to go for a face-off, left-hand side of Pearson in the Wild zone. 4:20 left in the period, 55 seconds on the power play. Come on, challenge takes a shot, glove down. Right out in front there is Gretton trying to provide the screen, but Geber doesn't seem to be having any of it.
Yeah, getting your body behind them pucks, Ben. Got to soak up a lot of that pressure.
Face-off once more, won by the Lions. Challenge. Thinks about it, takes a shot.
Oh, it was a
Sails
bit
wide. And Geber's going to pick that up down the ice. Here we go, Boris Geber. Looks to drop. No, he's still got it. Looks for the wraparound.
Oh!
Well, what pace Geber's got. Crane.
So close as well.
Great seal on that pipe there. Kept him out now. With 25 seconds remaining on the power play, Nottingham's stuck in their own zone. Look to bring it out with Glosser. On the boards. Chasing that up with Gretton. 10 seconds now on the power play. Look inside, straight into the chest of Pearson. It's going to be wrapped up with 6 seconds left on the power play. And the PK unit of the Wild doing the job so far. We can see there, though, was one of the Wild players just having a word with the officials.
Yeah,
looks like Kieran Brown. No, it's Griffin. Is it? Jordan Griffin.
Yeah, in the replay there, it's ever so close. And the Lions asking a lot of questions at the moment, more so than the Wild are.
So 5 seconds remaining on the power play now. Straight down. And there's the power play killed off. Back to 5-on-5 as Tarpey heads straight to the bench, gets that extra set of legs on in the form of Hager. Luca decides to play it off the boards. Finds Norton. Oh! What an effort!
Well, you have to have your head on swivel for that one.
What a pass. One-timer. Norton to Luca. Luca lets one rip. Pearson's got the vision though. Gets there in the goal. Goal judge a little premature. The light. Hager down the other end though. Lets Crane know he's there. One off the shoulder. And now looking to go up the other end. Here come Nottingham once more. Pace of this game picking up in the final 3 minutes. Baldwin loses that puck out once more, trying to find Archie Hazeldine. Body comes on there. Puck turned over. Callum Worthington-Evans. Another big body on. He's certainly putting a shift in his Worthington-Evans. He's letting the Nottingham players know he's there. Held up on the boards, comes out to the skate to Luca. Luca's found Hopkins. Hopkins kicks it out once more. He's found Palmer on the edge of the slot.
Oh, he's covered that up.
Oh, and
yeah, bit lively.
That's Worthington-Evans again. He's come out like he's got a point to prove.
But when it's any loose change in that blue paint area, you've got to try and go for it. And you can't fault the guy.
Well, we're going to settle our face-off now, going to be to the left-hand side of Phil Pearson in the wild zone. Draw quickly won by Nottingham, kept alive though. Robinson chases his man down in the corner. Streetley. Robinson manages to get in there, dumps out into the corner again. Final 2 minutes in the first period. Leg pad save. As Hager looks to clear it. Again, it's turned back in by Palmer.
And Nottingham seems to be keeping that puck in the witness end of the ice at the moment.
Gibbs manages to play it round. Off the boards once more, picked up by Challenge. We've got the official's arm up.
And no, he's not smelling his deodorant.
And that's a tripping call. Well, Gary, if anybody knows about tripping calls, it's me. Seems all I ever get called for in NHL these days, but never mind. Into the box goes Kieran Gibbs. So 1:37 left on the play clock, 2 minutes on the power play. Can Witness bag an equalising goal late in this first period?
Well, they're lucky that they're only one goal behind at the moment, but they certainly need to try and pull something at the back before they go in. Make things level. Witness win the face-off.
Baldwin starts to cycle to Barnes. Immediately though, cut out and dumped away there by Crouston. And Baldwin forced back behind his net, but here comes the pace of the Wild. Barnes gains his own.
Oh,
still
nice
Barnes.
work.
Barnes looked to find. Well, it looked to find Gilbert out in front. Couldn't. Turn back the other way though.
And do you know what they missed there, Ben? They missed an Ollie Barron at the back post.
Barnes has his head up. Brown back to Barnes. Brown lets one rip. Fatang off the post. 50 seconds now remain in this period. Clock's ticking down. 1:11 on the power play. Another shot comes in.
Goodness, it went through.
Well, it's in the leg pads of Crane.
And smart reactions there from
Gilbert.
15, is it? Number 15 for Nottingham.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, James Neal got behind his keeper.
Yeah, he played smart there. He was aware where that puck had gone. It managed to creep its way between the legs of the keeper. And he was quick to put his stick behind and stop that from trickling in the back of the net.
Face off, won by Witness. A shot comes in from Hager. Just wide of Crane's net. And it's cleared away by Hazeldine. He's going to force Griffin all the way down the ice to scoop that one back up into the final minute of the power play. Final 30 seconds now of this first period. Coulter lays that off for Doxey. And it's going to be cut out once more and cleared away by the Lions. As potentially now it's looking like the Wild are going to start this second period on the power play. Unless they can make something happen now with Doxey. Doxey takes a shot off Crane's shoulder. Scoops the rebound up. Still the Wild. Coulter trying to get in there on number 13. That's Norton. But there's the buzzer. Well, it means with 23 seconds remaining on the power play clock that the Widnes Wild are going to start with the man advantage in the second period. And they're going to need to make that count, Gary.
Yeah, it's been high-paced, a lot of action. It's really, really exciting to watch. It's a shame there's not fans here enjoying this, because I think that would make a big difference. But while they're only the one goal behind currently at the moment, It'd be interesting to see what the coaches say when they go into the locker room to talk about this. There's a lot to discuss, but a lot of positive points from that first period. I'm sure the coaches will have something positive to say for both teams, but I'm sure they had something positive to say to you, Ben.
Certainly, I managed to catch up with Rich Hagger and Matt Bradbury earlier in the week, and this is what they had to say.
Joining me now is head coach of the Nottingham Lions, Matt Bradbury. Matt, we're back again on the ice. What does it feel like to have a second bite of the cherry to get back out there?
I was ready for rest, to be fair. I was ready to take the summer on board and just have some good times. But no, it's important that we get back on the ice as soon as we can. The club's promised me this is the last 8 games before we do break for the summer. But why not take an opportunity to play another 8 games of exciting hockey against Widnes and Sheffield?
Well, certainly. And obviously, one of the things we must address is the fact that with this Elite Series running parallel now, we know players have gone here and there and everywhere. What's the roster changes going to look like now at Nottingham?
We're going to make a couple of changes. Obviously, Joe Hazeldine playing for Manchester Storm. We're going to go direct replacement with him. But the people that we are bringing in, we're bringing in links to Nottingham, people that we trust, people we know, people that we've developed as a club as well. So we're going to be bringing in Tom Norton from the Peterborough Phantoms, who has come through our junior club. And we're going to bring in an extra addition of Will Weldon, who is also ex-Nottingham junior through all his years and currently playing with Peterborough Phantoms as well. So that makes sense to bring in that kind of experience to bring on our kids. We're also looking at our roster as being, this for us is a continuation of 8 games. We're going to have fun, we're going to enjoy ourselves, we're going to work hard and we're going to improve. We're very grateful for the other teams with their rosters, bringing in some really high caliber players that our players wouldn't normally get the chance to play against. Mm-hmm. So tomorrow against Widnes, throughout the whole tournament, looking at their squad on paper, we'll be the underdogs, but we're going to enjoy that challenging opportunity as we have done over the years. We took that chance 4 years ago to take the step back up to the NIHL 1 North, playing against teams at the time when there was the kind of breakup of the National League. So we go back to playing the Hull Pirates, the Telford Tigers and the Sheffield Steel Dogs, as well as now playing those solid teams of Whitley Warriors, the Solway Sharks and the Solihull Barons and all that kind of teams that we play. We always like that kind of challenge. And I think that's what we see this next 8 games as, a challenge. We're going to come to the table with our youth. 50% of our team and our squad are under the age of 19, and that will not change. And tomorrow's team against Widnes will be, I think it's about 19 out of 22, 18, 19 out of 22 are all Nottingham born and bred. And I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go out, we're going to enjoy ourselves and learn.
Well, last time we spoke, I think the key word to take out of the interview previously was sustainability, and that's what you've built the entire team around. Going forward then, what's this Nottingham squad looking to get out of this 8 games?
Again, just to put them into situations that they don't normally get. They're going to play hockey, and that's the key. We talk about playing hockey. Got to get them on the ice, got to get them working hard, got to get them stepping up their game. We'll play the same style that we played, and we'll play fast-flowing hockey. The last game we played against Widnes, we were rolling 4 lines, and that's what we'll be trying to do tomorrow and across the series. Because it's not about, for us, it's not about what the scorelines are, what we win, whether we win, whether we lose. It's about where we are come September, starting in the new season back in NIHL North, when we look forward to seeing where we really are.
And attention's obviously got to turn to that date of September, hopefully when we get hockey back. What were the plans there for Nottingham? Obviously, are they looking to, I know it sounds silly, but are they looking to compete in there and actually, because they had a learning curve, shall we say, previously?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, the guys are still young, they're learning every time they step on the ice. And it sounds like we're talking about the same thing over and over again. But this isn't just happening overnight. This is something that's a process that's taken year on year, but it's been a 4 or 5 year journey. And that's what we've done. We stuck our neck on the line, and that's what we've done. We're just going with it. We're working them hard in training, and they're working hard back with their teams, with their under 18s and 20s. So it's all a process, and we're enjoying ourselves. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. Our players leave at the end of the night with a smile on their face, knowing that they've tried their best, they've played some good hockey, and they've played against some really high caliber, opposition players. Certain players, players on the Widnes roster. You look at the caliber now that they're bringing in now from the elite league in Kieran Brown and the other guys along the way. You're playing against some big, strong men, some big, strong hockey players that have got great experience. And why not? Why shouldn't we learn off the back of those as well? So we're just using this 8-game series as a great opportunity. And the other thing as well, when we look about what we've got in our locker room, when the boys speak and the experienced players talk, that rubs off massively on the players. And we've seen that real change in our style of play and the way that is rubbing off on our young players. And that is priceless.
Excellent. Well, Matt, we wish you the best of luck for this tournament and for these 8 games. And we'll look to catch up with you again soon.
Thanks, Ben.
Joining me now is the new coach at the Widnes Wild, Rich Hagger. Rich, what an experience to be grabbing such a team that's on such a roll at the moment after winning that streaming series.
Yeah, the last series, great. We won that series with a game to spare. We are looking to continue off the back of that, what we had going forward. Obviously, there's going to be a few changes this time in myself. Ollie wasn't able to carry on, so he's given me the chance and the opportunity to take off where he started. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity, really.
And obviously, what an opportunity that is there. Now, you mentioned briefly there, Ollie's having to step away. What's the Wild going to look like now for this new Three Rivers tournament?
Well, we give the option to the original guys that was a part of the team. We wanted to keep as much of that team together as possible. Unfortunately, there's been several players that have had to step away really and start from a bit of scratch in bringing some new players in. We have gone with youth this time as well, so we've given some opportunities to some younger kids. As well as bringing in some experienced heads, as it is all changed this time for Widnes. So we're going to see how that goes and take Widnes potentially in a slightly different direction from before.
So without obviously going into too much detail, is there some known players that will be stepping away at the moment?
Yes, there's a couple of the regular Wild players that are not able to commit. A few due to work, a few due to personal reasons. We're obviously missing one due to the ban, who will come back through halfway through the series as well. So it's given some younger, as I say, some younger guys an opportunity to step up, play some hockey in times when it's very difficult. And give them some ice time as well. So we have brought in Kieran Brown, Harrison Walker. We're bringing in Boris Gieber from Hull with Jay Robinson as well. And obviously Bobby Streetley from Blackburn as well is another big one for us that we've managed to bring through the door. So we've got some good players, don't get me wrong. It is going to be a strong team, but obviously we are young. We are a younger team as well. We've also got Brady Doxey joining us from Steel Dogs. So we have to. Unfortunately, it's not by choice that we've had to do this. It's necessity. But we wanted to give younger kids some opportunities as well as needing that experience through the team as well to make sure it was equal. And we had experience, youth mixture to make sure that it's good for the series. So looking forward to it, to be honest.
Well, I think you've answered my next question there as well. Obviously, with those coming out, who's coming in. So some big names there, just to recap. I think that the standout one's got to be Kieran Brown. With the experience that lad's had already and what he can bring to the mix, surely that's really going to add to, the likes of Adam Barnes and yourself already being there as well.
Yeah, and I think that's only adding to the strength in depth. Obviously, we've lost Ollie. We're going to lose Stu, Mike Mauer. We're losing some big players as it is. So we had to replace them. Kieran, as you say, rightly is it speaks for itself there. He is and has played for Steelers. He's played Steel Dogs. He is a good player, and he's only going to add to the team that we've already got. So it's exciting. It is an exciting team that I'm putting together. That was going to be icing come the weekend. So I hope that the Widnes fans enjoy what I've brought and that they like what they're going to see.
So very quickly, last question then, Rich. If you had to pick one word that summarised what you're building, what would it be?
Excitement. It's got to be. Well, it's got to be excitement. We are, as I say, we've got that mixture between youth and skill, age. We've got everything this time around, in my view. So for me, we're going to bring an exciting brand of hockey. So watch this space, really.
Excellent. Well, obviously, Rich, we wish you in a while best of luck, and we'll catch you again soon.
Thank you for having me.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Well, some interesting words there by both coaches. Again, though, the in-theme here seems to be youth. You know, Rich was saying there, Rich, he wanted youth legs coming in, giving it the opportunity, giving it the chance to give a bit more pace to the Wild. And again, I can obviously read the comments on the side, guys. We can see what you're talking about there as well. And it's a valid point. You know, once the season's over, how many of these players are actually going to stay wearing a Widnes shirt? Who's going to drift off back to their own teams and cause that detriment in the space? But again, to emphasise what he was saying, they've gone out and got these players. Well, they haven't even gone out and got them. They were approached by a lot of them as well.
Yeah, but I believe that. I know some players, the likes of the Dragons and stuff like that. A lot of players are interested in getting involved in these sort of tournaments. But unfortunately, there's so many spaces you can fill. And the teams want to build, basically just try and win a competition.
That as well, they're having to replace players that are normally here, core players, the likes of Mike Mauer, you know, the Ollie Barons, the Dan Bullocks and things, you know, the players that are synonymous with the Widnes Wild that are leaving a gap at the moment.
And
so
of course, this would normally be a dead period for them. You'd be looking at playoffs about now.
Exactly. So, you know, guys are just wanting to get a bite of the cherry and get out there and skate again. So you can't blame them really for wanting to get in.
Yeah, if players are not available, then you quite rightly understand why the likes of Rich Haggard and other coaches from other teams have gone out and sourced various players, or they're being approached by players. But nevertheless, it's making for an interesting tournament. It's making for an interesting game here today. As we already said, and you're probably still aware, Widnes Wild are behind by 1 goal to the Nottingham Lions. What do you think needs to change? Because at the moment, for me, Ben, it's a little bit scrappy in the middle there. There's a lot of pucks hitting blades, people not getting that tape-to-tape passing right. But Nottingham, the ice is tilting in the favour of Nottingham at the moment because they seem to be putting that net under a lot of pressure.
Right, so again, and we have noticed it in the chat, guys, and we think, you know, some of the stuff you're chatting about in there is absolutely superb. It's the stuff you chat about in the stands as well. It's notable, like, so, you know, Vlad, Luca and those are known for coming into the game later on. All right, so right now, Nottingham haven't peaked early. I think they've shown the potential. That's what I'm going to use, the potential that Nottingham have got.
Ooh.
But I don't think Widnes have yet shown us what they've got capable of. You know, like, for God's sake, we saw Kieran Brown smash the plexi in the warm-up. He lets one of them off at Josh Crane, and the way they've been bouncing off his pads at the moment, they're going to spill up right into the danger zone there for the likes of Gilbert and Coulter and Hagger and Barnty and all them to mop up. That's going to be the crucial play, I think. You put Crane under a lot more pressure. Saying that, though, Josh Crane's been having a great game. Phil Pearson on the other end, he's been standing on his head. He's been having a good game as well. Deere doing well. You know, Worthington Evans put a good shift in there, clearing the trash out, making sure a loose change was, you know, picked up. But I think it is going to be It's first period jitters, isn't it? Get it out the way, get the blood going. You've got a bit of adrenaline, ride that out. Fair play, we've had the Wild goal waved off. We've had the Nottingham goal. I still think there's plenty of life in this game yet. It's only a 1-goal game. It's the easiest lead in hockey to lose.
Well, you've got to think to yourself, though, Ben. The Wild had the puck in the back of the net at one point. If they hadn't have come off his blade, look at the situation that Nottingham got themselves in there. I've noticed that the opportunities that have turned up for the Wild have been little mistakes that Nottingham have made, and that's the thing that's going to cost them. I think that as much as he's been ever present in this goal in the net for this first period, the opportunities that Wild have been little scrappy pickings up of where he's not seeing where the puck's gone. That last one where it was covered up by the defender, where he put the blade behind it to stop him going in. You just think that there's a little chink in the armour there with that netminder. Do you think that Wild needs to put more pressure on that net?
Definitely, that's what I just said. So they need to really exploit the rebounds that Crane's coughing up at the moment. But let me just point something out, and I don't know if you've noticed it yet. We're calling the same names for the Nottingham Lions here. You're seeing on the ice all the time, Challenge, Luca, Gretton, Norton. We're seeing the same guys. We're watching the witness Wild roll all 4 lines. You're constantly calling fresh names there. So I think that's going to play into potential as well.
And it's going to take time for them to bed in as well.
It is, very much so.
Well, the guys are coming out onto the ice. They're going to start warming themselves up.
Can I just say, though, Gary, I noticed you're sporting a very lovely Drop the Puck t-shirt there, similar to the one I had on.
Well, more about them in future episodes, but you need to subscribe. Click on the link below on the YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, you need to do it. Click that notification bell, and you'll be informed immediately we upload something onto our YouTube channel, which is BASN TV on YouTube. And we'll probably announce something on there about in the future about merchandise, maybe.
Yeah, obviously, and don't forget, when we do announce that, it'll be all over our socials as well. So you can catch us on Instagram, on our Facebook, our Twitter. You're obviously watching on YouTube. And don't forget as well, BASNTV.com, the website where we put up all the news from BASN.
I must say, we've had some great feedback over the previous stream that we did. A lot of great comments and that. And we do thank people for that. Obviously, the other TV channels that will be covering the other games that are coming up shortly. But right now, even though it's only 3 teams involved, I'm really excited about this stream.
Well, I'm that excited, Gary. I want to get back to the ice because we're about ready to drop the puck. As Mr. Williams calls both teams to attention at the centre of the ice. It's going to be Weldon and Coulter that go in for the draw. And we're immediately underway with Nottingham. We decide to dump that down. Don't forget, the Wild still on the power play with the man advantage for the next 13 seconds.
It's not long that, though.
No, it's ticking away very quickly. And Coulter can't reel that in. Picked up by Luca once more. Into the final 5 seconds. Pearson can't afford to slam the stick. Does now, though. There we go, back to 5-on-5. And it was almost pointless. As Doxey now with the puck for the Wild, looks to gain the zone, does so up the left wing, decides to turn around in the corner, looks for support in Baldwin, can't get round his man, decides to go backhand Coulter into the corner once more. Nottingham inject themselves in there with Hopkins, can't get round Baldwin, uses the boards, finds Hazeldine, brought down. Oh. And there's going to be a call there, and that's cross-check in the corner.
Oh, is it on Griffin?
It is. So Jordan Griffin immediately getting called for the cross-check.
Well, that's not what you want coming into the start of a period. Immediately going a man down and handing the advantage to the Nottingham Lions.
Well, the Lions already made them pay. The 1 for 2 on the power play already today. As we get ready to drop it once more.
Oh, the Lions win that. Oh, it's gone through.
Straight out the zone now. Well, can they do something with Challenge behind the net? Challenge looks to set something up. Tries to find Hopkins on a big
Giba
Pass
getting in
over,
there.
yeah, straight away. And Giba once more. Boris Giba gains his own. Skates round one. Goes to go inside on Crane. Well, he beat round one and tried to just slot it in there. Good seal by Crane. And here comes Hopkins down the other way. Hopkins takes a shot. It's come off Pearson's back and rolled down on the correct side of the pipes.
Yeah.
And he breathed a sigh of relief. And straight away up the other end, Crane answering again. 1-12 on the power play still. And Hughes. Oh, there's a big hit there between Challenge and Hughes. Well, things are getting interesting, can I say? I can't say my word yet.
No,
1 minute left
You're not allowed to do that.
on the power play. Taken round now by Weldon. Weldon gives it over to Luca. Lucas Hazeldine drops it back and it's picked up.
Oh, 1-on-1.
Yes! What a goal!
Well-
And that's Kieran Brown makes him pay. Kieran Brown with his speed and pace picks on that loose puck. Points at the camera, he knows.
Well, calm as you like. Looks for his opportunity, slots it home, and the netminder didn't have time to even see that. And it's now Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 1.
That. Very nice, very, very nice. Well, he gets them back in this. He's smiling as he goes in for the face-off. He knows that was a nice one. 17:47. Obviously, the short-handed goal as well, Gary. So 36 seconds remain now on the power play. Glossop gets it round the boards. Still Connor Glossop. Tries to come out in front. Oh. Pearson's leg pad was down though. Glossop still looking to work it for the Lions. Baldwin trying to cover his spot. Brown still on the ice though. Working it round to Gretton and Newell. Taking his time, looking cyclist, looks out in front, picked up once more by Brown. Brown's found Barnes. Barnes decides to cut inside. Power plays now dead. We're back to 5-on-5. Back down the other way. Griffin immediately back on the ice in the play and turns that puck away. He's only found.
Oh, straight to the chest.
Well, yeah, he found Louis Newell there, who puts it straight onto Pearson. But wow, straight out the traps was Griffin back into the fray.
Yeah, Norton in there, looking for a scrap, nothing happening. But it's, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful because they could easily get back into this as the officials are just having a quiet word with them. The tensions are starting to rise a little bit.
Obviously, the COVID protocols that were brought in for the streaming series are still applying in this series as well. So any fighting will serve an immediate misconduct penalty as well. As Nottingham look to drop that puck back. We've only found Hagger though, and now Hagger, first opportunity of the period, goes to Strictly at the point. Dug out there by Dermott. And he's under pressure from Doxey. Manages to find Crouston. Uses the boards. Challenge on the other side. Giebert once more, back of the hand, puts it in. 16-14 remain this period. It's picked up though by the Wild. Look to put it through the paint. And it's turned out immediately. Down the other way. We come with Humphreys. And now, Widnes trying to clear it out, but Humphreys puts a body out, right out, and that's on Coulter.
Oh.
And Coulter's not happy with that.
Well,
Well, it was right out in front of the Widnes bench.
I did say tempers are rising a little bit. You could see this pace has been non-stop.
Just see again on the replay. See Coulter picks that puck up out in front of his bench. Humphreys puts the body on.
Looks like he got double teamed.
And now it looks like Mr. Williams is calling the officials over. So he's got Coulter, who's obviously the victim of that one, and James Neal. They've both come over.
Well, he's not happy. But nevertheless,
It's worth noting your assistant captains of the Widnes Wild are going to be Lee Kemp and Mike Gilbert, so they can approach the official. Obviously, on the other side, we've got James Neal and Tom Norton are the assist. Joe Humphreys is the actual captain. So it was a little captain-on-captain action.
And while we're waiting for the officials to decide what the penalty is going to be, if any, we're going to take a look at our chat, Ben, and any news on there, any comments?
So we know, obviously, Queen of the North, Carol White herself is watching. We've got a few of the regulars in. Paul Mayo, John Arno, Ando and all that. So, guys, thank you again for joining us. If you do want to leave a shout-out or a comment in the chat, please do so. We'll try and get it mentioned on the stream.
Let's see if we can squeeze it in with this action, Ben.
As we get ready, underway once more, 15:50 on the clock. Immediately, Robinson cuts that out. And it's worth noting that nothing's come of that apart from the riot act being read to both captains. As Baldwin looks to find a man up front.
Oh, picked up well there.
Hyde can't get round his man, and that's Luca. Dumped out once more, trying to find Weldon.
Streetley picked it up.
No, that's Robinson.
Oh, is that? Oh, sorry, yeah, Robinson.
Weldon holds it up. Hopkins tries to get it across to Luca. Scooped up once more by Lewis Baldwin of the Wild. Baldwin gets his head up. Chooses to use Worthington Evans, who tried to find Tarpey on the playthrough. Neil turns that round once more, though. Vlad Luca into the corner. Cut out by Baldwin. Managed to get the puck across, and hugging the post there was Tom Palmer.
Oh, well blocked.
Hazeldine to Hopkins. Come off the skate of Palmer, runs to Worthington Evans. Shot comes in into the glove of Pearson. That coming from Luca.
Yeah, and again, Hazeldine reading the play really well. Managed to stop the puck. Feeds it back in to put more pressure on that Wild net. Well, Pearson soaks up the pressure.
Carol asking, where is the Queen of the North Special Edition Drop the Puck merch? We'll sort that line out soon, Carol, don't you worry. Action back underway, and
I have something in mind for that, actually.
easy Tiger. Gilbert puts that back in. Scooped up, though, by the Lions to try to turn that round. Have done so. They've managed to find it with Gibbs. Gibbs, still Kieran Gibbs. It's brought down. It's going to be picked up by Streetley and Brown. Streetley straight back in there. Works his magic and experience. Manages to clear the zone. He's found Barnes in the blue. Barnes gets it across.
Oh, no one there.
Can't be picked up, but Kieran Brown now in possession of the puck for the Wild. Tries to find Barnes once more. Comes back to Streetley. Streetley to Gieber. Gieber has to wait for it to come back off the boards. Knocks it forward. And things just starting to get a little bit touchy.
Well, the experience of some of these players on the Wild team, Ben.
It's almost like you're watching a fantasy team at times.
It is, actually. You've got to say that.
As the Lions now certainly proving that they can hang with these big boys.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've been giving a good account of themselves so far.
Back up the other way, Doxy tries to get around his man, Hazeldine and Doxy into the boards. Archie Hailstein does his job, though. And you've certainly got to look at that pedigree of player, the Hazeldines. Obviously his brother Joe icing for the Manchester Storm at the moment. That's only promising things coming out of the Nottingham camp.
Well, saying that, Ben, people must be surprised to see the name of Kieran Brown icing for the Wild when he's played at such a high level.
He's been right up to the Steelers as well, we know that. Shot comes in, sails wide, got the official's arm up. So there's going to be a penalty on.
Oh, and they pulled the
Lions. On the Lions as Pearson skates to the bench, gets the extra man on. Griffin looks to play that up. Finds Hughes. Hughes to go over to the wing to top. And Wild just working this puck around now, trying to do something with it. Managed to find Coulter. Gets round his man there.
And again, he's put into the
corner.
boards.
Is it touched up there? It is by Hazeldine in the corner.
Oh, and
a little bit of after
shove
from Coulter. Well.
And Smith, the official, right in there straight away.
And Joe Coulter putting Tom Palmer on his backside.
He's probably going to be told to go to the bench for a little bit, calm down.
Well,
definitely still rattled after that little incident before.
Well, we know there's going to be a penalty called against Nottingham here. We'll see what the actual call is. It looks like it's going to be on number 18, Louis Newell. And it is, and it's a slashing call. So Newell goes to box for 2 minutes for slashing.
And hands the Widnes Wild an opportunity of a power play.
So in for the draw now. Go Widnes. Baldwin looks to work that round. The boards does so. Picked up by the Wild on the opposite side. Taking the time. And Barnes decides to put that in. Finds Gilbert. Gilbert goes back to Baldwin at the point.
Oh.
Baldwin just lets that slip, and Brown's there to recover it, but the Nottingham PK done the job and forced the Wild out the zone. 1:26 now remain on the power play as Barnes once more tries to find Robinson, finds Brown instead.
Oh.
Brown with a one-timer into the chest, down onto the ice and frozen up by Crane.
Well done there, but the one person you do not want to be serving on a puck like that is Kieran Brown, because he will make you suffer with a shot. And fortunately, it just goes, saved away to the left of the keeper, and we have a face-off. Wild winning. Puck slammed in by Hager.
Into the corner with Widnes. Doxey puts it once more to a teammate. Out to the point. Griffin finds Hager. Hager sporting his iconic yellow gloves. Out into the back door looking for Streetley, and it's a post-to-post from Crane, denies him. And they've cleared the zone. Griffin forced all the way down. And 50 seconds now remain on the power play.
It's iconic yellow gloves. Maybe that was a sign all along.
Who knows? Well, that's cut out immediately by Norton behind the net, and he's cleared it out once more. 36 seconds now, and this power play unit of the Wild just not able to get any momentum going whatsoever, Gary.
Well, it's more down to the Nottingham Lions are really, really doing well in this PK.
22 seconds now remain on the power play. Baldwin looks to find Barnes. Barnes gets his legs going, moves at a bit of pace, skates it in, takes a shot.
Oh, off the...
Comes off the blocker, out to Baldwin.
Oh.
Shot comes in from Brown once more.
Gilbert scraps it up.
Brown, last ditch attempt with final seconds, off the Gilbert shot. Scooped out, Baldwin's managed to keep it alive. No, it escapes the zone. Back to 5-on-5. Great PK there by Nottingham. Wildo still got a bit of momentum rolling.
Yeah, the ice is certainly tilted in their favour right now.
Tried to find a Wild player, and there's the offside call. You can just see it there. Gilbert was overlapping just as he was trying to pull back. Unfortunately, Brown flicked that puck on. It came off the stick of Robinson. And it is interesting. But Gary, still midway through the second period, it is pretty much end to end. This is a high intensity game.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can keep up with it. I know you're keeping up with it.
Ooh, good shot in there by Challenge into the glove of Pearson. So a couple of quick shout outs. We've got a shout out from Nicky Jackson. Big shout out to Henry Pearson, who'll be watching his dad. And obviously from Gazard, all the Widnes Wild Academy and juniors will be back this week training after waiting patiently. Guys, all the juniors I know are itching at the bit to get back on the ice.
Aren't everybody?
Yeah, you've done really well to survive this long. And I bet you can't wait as Weldon scoops that puck up in the corner for the Lions, but it's going to be turned over, given away to Griffin. Griffin gets his head up, looks to find Hughes on the overlap, can't. Top. Well, it's Hopkins back the other way. Hopkins takes a shot, comes off the chest of Pearson. Don't think he really knew about that one. Hughes scoops it up off the boards. Again, turned on. Pearson jumps on there. And Weldon couldn't turn it around quick enough. It was good play out in front there with the screen.
Well, the Lions trying to catch the Wild nap in there as he tries to grab a puck right in front of the netminder. But Pearson was all over that. And as it's now 9:29 remaining in the second period. It's still Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 1.
Streetley recovers the draw win for Widnes, and here comes Doxey. He's got past one man. Can't get past Neil though. Even with that pace, and Coulter's back on the ice. Gieber pushes that forward. Now Nottingham with the head up, looking for space, start to use that with Gretton. Gretton behind his own net. Goes to Humphreys, back to Gretton. Glossop. Only finds Gieber out in front of the Nottingham bench, who puts that straight into the opposite corner, and there's the icing call. Well, Gieber a little bit too excited there.
And talking of excitement, Ben, it's as we said earlier, just as we were about to drop the puck, only 3 teams in this Three Rivers Cup, but certainly 3 good teams who are going to give us entertainment.
And that's what we're getting as we go back to the action. Face-off won by Widnes. Straightly round to Hagger. Hagger looks to find Coulter on the break. Coulter's through. He's got Doxy in the middle for support. Coulter around the back of the net into the corner. Here come the Wild as they flood the zone.
Oh, right
it's come out to Gieber. Gieber winds up, takes his shot.
And we got a
into the glove
penalty.
of Crane, but there's an official's arm up. And is that holding?
Oh dear, that is not the call that...
It's going to be assessed to number 13, Tom Norton.
Well,
of the Nottingham Lions.
Come as a bit of a shot to him.
I'm away from Mr. Williams to give the official call now. You can see it, here it comes. And it's a slashing call. So
Oh.
slashing call on Norton. Puts the Wild back on the power play. 8:29 in the second period remain. Man advantage Wild.
Well, you're getting 2 bites of the cherry now, Widnes, so you've got to make this one count.
Puck kicked out straight away. Oh, big shot
wow.
in from Brown. And, well, Crane's felt that one.
Oh, and that's going to leave a bruise.
I would not want to be Josh Crane right now. We saw what happened to the Plexi pre-game.
And quite rightly, he's just going to take a moment just to get himself together, because we've already seen what Kieran the Cannon Brown can do to the equipment.
And is it come off the mask, it looks like? Or is it a bit rough? He looks to be all right.
Ah, right. As it could be that he's got a whole pound of Aunt Betty's nut crunch there.
So all the padding, he's picked the one spot without any. Well, he seems to be fine now, so he seems to be going back. Again, though, face-off one. Big time slap this time from Baldwin. He's coughed up. He tried to jump all over the loose change there, though. And that was Gilbert and Robinson that was skating in. But Gary, as we said there, Crane is a good keeper. The only thing is he's not able to retain that puck once he's got possession.
Yeah, I said that. And this is the thing, the Wild have got to pounce on this loose change in the blue paint area. Because if that puck's bouncing around, put the puck on net, all good things can happen, and keep that pressure up.
It's an Ollie Barron special. Now with Newell and Gretton trying to kick that out once more. Gretton. Baldwin. Shot goes wide. It's going to be picked up by Barnes on the opposite side. Blue line to Brown. Brown back to Barnes. Gilbert. Well, puck came off the boards a little too hard and going to be jumped on there by Crane. 1:25 remain on the power play. 7:54 in the period.
Yeah, still a minute 25, as you just said, Ben, remaining of that power play. And Wild are still putting pressure on. Can the Lions keep it out?
Face off. Left-hand sided Crane in the Nottingham zone. Cleared all the way down. I want to Pearson.
Good job he's not asleep.
And I know there's been some questions in the chat asked again. Phil Pearson in net. We are aware that Matt Croyle was approached, but unfortunately due to other commitments couldn't do this series.
Well, we said that in the period break there, Ben. It's, players that you'd expect to come back have got other commitments, because don't forget, we've just come out of this lockdown break and people have been doing other things, and this would normally be your playoff period.
Of course, Brown and Barnes working that puck round well, though. Get it to Griffin. 43 seconds left on the power play.
I'm not saying that Widnes would not be in the playoffs.
Griffin took the shot and it runs wide. Coulter. Final 30 seconds of the power play. Barnes back to Coulter in the corner. Finds Barnes once more. Looks to skate it inside. Tried to get it
well
across to
deflected.
Brown. It was on the stretch. 20 seconds remain on the power play. Cleared out. Griffin does well to clear it down. Ice once more.
And it's
Decides
all the
to
way
dump
back
it
down.
in. Doxy gets there first. Waves off the ice in final 10 seconds of the man advantage. Streetley lays it off. Shot comes in. Comes up high and wide. Final 3 seconds. 2, 1. Trapdoor opens. Back into the ice comes Norton. And the Wild not able to capitalise on the man advantage.
But they're still keeping the pressure on that Lions net at the moment.
Coulter, tried to get it on front to Doxy, turned away. And it's going to be a nice little rodeo pass over the top. Streetley picks that up though, turns back the other way. Streetley, it's come off the skates of Mr. Williams there. There's a big hit
slammed
from Hagger there. That was on 28 Kieran Gibbs. Gibbs rides that one well though. And now Coulter. They've managed to keep it alive. Doxy with the shot. Again.
Oh. And yeah, he's done it again. He's got to keep his eye on that puck as the opportunity came. And he tries to fire that shot home, and the netminder, Crane, didn't keep hold of it, but covers it up.
So call a shout out again. Hello, Mrs. Ferbs. You're watching. Nice of you to tune in, Jules.
Yeah, we're looking after him, don't worry.
As it's found to Weldon. Weldon's got his head up now for the Lions. Turns back. Hopkins in support. He decides to use Hopkins. On the board, he's held up there by Toth. Allows Baldwin to get in on that loose puck. Baldwin tries to use the board to clear it out once more. Can't. Weldon takes his time. Uses the boards behind. Finds Luca on the corner. Toth's going to get in there first. Puck back out to Weldon. Baldwin all over him though. Toth picks up the easy pass, and now here come Widnes. Well, they only get as far as the Lions bench before Tarpey called for it, and now they've gone back, trying to draw them out a little bit more. Dumped in by Baldwin. It's going to be picked up this side by Robinson. In the corner once more. Robinson holding his man up as he's got Humphreys on the board. Dermott. Glad
2 on 1.
It's a 2 on 1. Odd man rush. Puck across.
Oh, well
and
covered by
Humphreys.
Pearson.
Well, it was Luca and Humphreys with the odd man rush. Humphreys takes the shot, but Pearson's got his measure.
Yeah, they're coming, pouncing down on that Wild net, but Pearson read it well, covered the puck up as he tried to slot it home. And the score here with 4:28 remaining is still Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 1.
Face-off are going to be right-hand side of Phil Pearson in the Wild zone. Immediately won by the Wild and dumped out. 4:22 now remaining in this second period. Still a goal apiece here at Planet Ice Widnes. And Gieber gets the body on. Official loses sight of the puck, and we're going to blow that one dead.
And someone in the chat just asking who is reffing.
So it's we've got Williams is the head ref today, and Andrews and Smith are the line judges.
Miss Andrews.
So here we go. Once more, Gieber scoops that up, tries to find Barnes using the boards.
Trips.
Quick pinching from Norton though allows him. Streetley puts the body on. And there's going to be a call there. Is that going to be a cross check on Streetley?
Oh,
It's
dear.
a slash. Is it a slash or holding? We'll see.
And the opportunity is now handed to the Nottingham Lions as the Wild send the player to the penalty box.
It's a holding call against Bobby Streetley. Well, 3:57 remaining in the second period.
It's a low-scoring game, Ben, but it's been an exciting one.
Very much so, as the Lions now look to start the rotation.
That's
It's in! Well, what a shot from Tom Norton from the blue. Finds his spot, uses a quick wrist action. Boom, straight in.
Yeah, he took his opportunity well, and again, he finds that opportunity directly in line with the goal, takes a shot, and fires it home to give Nottingham the extension here now. They've edged ahead by 1. It's now Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 2.
Puck drops once more as we get back underway. So obviously that goal now waves the man advantage off as we go back to full strength hockey. Doxey takes a shot.
Oh,
Well, pass came in from Haggard.
Oh!
Shot on it. Oh, Coulter's just taken that one from Baldwin. Out
oh.
in front. Crane jumps on that one. 3:29 left in the period. And immediately, Wild looking to respond.
Yeah, I don't think the Wild want to go in again for a second period of being a goal down. It's been a close game and just commentator's curse there. As I said, it's been a low-scoring game but exciting. And immediately, Nottingham knocks one back onto the board to take the lead.
Face-off goes the way of Nottingham. Challenge. Apologies, Neil plays that round. Manages to find Hopkins. He's pushed it forward for Luca. Luca gets around his man, takes the shot. Comes off the leg pad of Pearson, high into the netting. And Vladimir Luca just reminding Phil Pearson he's still on the ice.
Yeah, it's a little bit of action. It's quickly they pick that puck up and he's trying to look for an opportunity. But Hopkins has given a good account of himself today as well, as has Luca and Norton.
Well, obviously, Vladimir Luca brought in from the Steel Dogs to give that experience to the Nottingham Lions. As we spoke about, Gary, in the past, the mix of the old and the new, allowing the new to learn, and the young to learn from the older heads, and that's what they're getting now. And from the guys that they brought in, the likes of James Neal and Norton and Weldon, these kids have got so much experience on hand to be able to use. It's amazing. But still, this feisty team of the Wild now letting go as we're fighting behind the net now, trying to get the puck out with Brown. Brown manages to get it to Geber. Geber takes a shot, goes wide, comes off the board, scooped up by Streetley. Streetley, can he beat out Neil? No, Neil's won that one. Quick passing.
Ball well intercepted.
Intercepted though by Barnes, and here come Widnes once more. Barnes decides to find his man at the point, and it's a quick offside call. And the Wild, just with the silly little mistakes, keep knocking their own rhythm.
Yeah, it's just when they find that rhythm, as you say, Ben, and then a little penalty will upset it, and we're right back to square one. So a face-off in neutral ice at the moment, and it's scrappy, but it's the Lions that come away with it.
And Humphreys and Baldwin. Oh, another big check comes in. Griffin there as he put the body on Fisher. And the Wild starting to step up the physicality. Coulter looks to go round. Decides to go find Hagger at the blue. Takes the shot, looks for the redirect from Baldwin. Baldwin to Doxey. And Brady Doxey's managed to do well here. Get it to Griffin. Puts it back around the boards though. Can Hagger get there? He can. Finds Lewis Baldwin once more. Takes the shot, looks for the redirect off the stick of Doxey. Griffin can't keep that in, and again, Wild forced out the zone. 1:40 now remaining in this period.
Yeah, but it'll give him an opportunity to draw this Lions defence out a bit.
Challenge now, uses the boards, gets around his man, Humphreys. Just shut out there by Griffin. Brown, put it back on. Barnes turns it over. Streetley's going to get that. Great forecheck pressure from the Lions, but Streetley's got the pass off. Barnes couldn't find Brown. Back the other way though.
2-on-1.
Little bit of a break. Nice little move there from Hopkins. Finds Luca. Great save, Pearson. Second bite to the cherry from Humphreys there.
And a little bit of afters.
Out in front once more. Try to find Hopkins skating in. Wild survive that little onslaught and back up the other end with Barnes. Barnes looks to cut inside. Hopkins does well. Well, Brown and Norton both pull out of that check there. We're going to get an offside call. Back up the other way. 42 seconds remain in this period. Well, Gary, it's maintaining its pace right up to the end of the second here. Is this something we're going to see for the whole series?
Hard to say, Ben, hard to say. Still a whole period to go.
Baldwin
Yes.
lets a ripper go and he goes wide into the final 30 odd seconds now of this second period. Coulter couldn't keep that alive. Hager kicks it forward to Gieber. Gieber's going to turn back up the ice with that. Hager decides to dump it in. 20 seconds remain now. Coulter tries to shut that pass off, but Lions managed to get that out. Hopkins lets it go. And Humphreys just down in the crease there, and he seemed to have the stick of Gieber. We're into the final couple of seconds. The buzzer's going to go. There it is, right there. And what an interesting period that was there, Gary, as we saw the experience of Nottingham stand out and really carry them through there. But again, I think the Wild has still got more potential to offer.
There's a lot to offer. You've got another 20 minutes, another period of high-paced, high-tension hockey. Could go either way. It's such a close game, this. Both teams giving a great account of themselves. And I've got to say, I've been impressed with Nottingham Lions. They're a young team. They're keen and they're fast. But the experience of the Wild there is paying its dues. And some of those key players are making a big difference out there.
Well, something I've noticed is later on in that second period, we saw a lot less of Archie Hazeldown and a lot more of the older heads, the likes of Norton and Weldon coming on more, and Neil. Maybe the Wild are starting to push a little bit harder now, and the Lions need to respond.
Well, maybe so, but there's still a lot left of this game, Ben. So, like I say, could go either way. We've had two interesting periods, and for the second time in this game so far, the Wild find themselves going into the locker room, a goal down. Let's hope that the coaches can give them the right kind of pep talk they need to bring them back into this, make it an interesting game, dare I say a tied game. But I must say, this has been more exciting than our last streaming series, I think. A lot more action. And talking of our last series, we're going to show you some highlights of the last game that the Widnes Wild played here at home that we covered here on Drop the Puck. So enjoy this for the next few moments.
Brittle and Viney battling on the boards. Barron's back on his feet. Butler, Viney, Brittle, Barron. Try saying that when you're drunk. Tough. Taking the time now. Widnes trying to work this puck, but got to give it to them. The Blackburn defensive unit so far not letting up.
Ooh.
And it's getting physical again as Clancy's ridden into the boards. Kemp now on the ice.
Yeah, Clancy not too happy about that. And there we go.
So we've got Chris G and Kearney Witters, the first gloves to go today.
Well, we knew it was going to happen.
G goes in.
Oh!
Well, Witter still throwing after G's gone down. He lost his footing.
Well, he's not happy about something.
And Witter, he's gone again, so it's round two. G's this time. Well, got a good stance. This is getting. They're going to need to get hold of this one, Gary.
Yeah, certainly getting aggressive, and Witter's not giving up.
Well, there's certainly some calls there. There's calls from the headbutt from the bench from Blackburn. You can guarantee G's going to be tossed from the game. Will Witter go though? Has this been a play all along?
Well, is it a ploy? But either way, it looks like.
So let's go back to the replay. We can see it there, the initial. This is the second round. And there's a lead with the head, to be fair.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, Ben, when you swing your arms like that, it can get a little bit lively. Things get in the way. And I think things like that need to be, Witter's certainly not happy slamming the boards.
Witter's also been sent from the game. We'll find out exactly what the calls are now. And he's throwing the barrier around downstairs. He's certainly not happy with the calls. Well, most people have had the money on Lee Kemp to maybe have dropped the mitts first, not Chris G.
Do you know what? I think Ollie Barron will have tried to instill discipline into them, because they've got another game yet. So they need all their players. The last thing you want to be doing is going to Nottingham.
Face off Blackburn zone. Right hand side of Trepans.
Oh, scrappy again.
Coulter comes out with that puck round the back of the net. Great defensive work by the Hawks. Haid finds Hager. Hager now in the corner. Goes back to Hyde. Danny Hyde again, coming back after that head injury where he did severe a bout of concussion. Great to see him back on the ice. Out in front, it's Hager! Hyde to Hager! And the Wild strike first.
Well, they were circling that puck around the goal, looking for the opportunity, and when it comes in, Hager makes no mistake and slots it top left of the netminder. And it's given the Witness Wild the lead here. It's now Witness Wild 1, Blackburn Hawks 0.
Swindlehurst does well to clear that, but only Forrest Tarleton managed to clear the zone of Blackburn. And Bobby Streetley now is just getting to take control of this. As the Wild go for a line change. Dunford knocks it in. It's going to be Worthington Evans who receives that back behind his own net.
Ben, somebody's actually posted, I never thought British hockey would be this entertaining. Where have you been, sir? Where have you been?
Mauer off the boards. Out in front looking for a shot. It's in!
And there's the equaliser that they've been looking for.
Well, that was well worked there. And it looks like Finley Ulrich's got his name on that one.
Yeah, the puck comes in, he takes the turn. Defence left to stride, he's sitting right between the two defenders, slots it home, and has tied things up here at Planet Ice Witness. As the score now is Witness Wild 1, Blackburn Hawks 1. Well, while I get an opportunity, I'm going to give a shout out to our old mate Dominic Jolly. He's watching here today. Says, a super job being done by you guys. Thanks, Dom. Give us a mention. I'm off nursing an injured ankle, waiting for my therapy this off-season. I think a lot of players are, to be honest with you. Some of them have just seized up joints and stuff like that because there's been no hockey. But like we said, time will tell. Looks like things are going to happen soon.
Also, a massive shout out to the guys. Oh, what a shot! Well, he's caught me completely off guard with that one, as Tom Barry. I was just about to say shout out to the guys at Hawks TV as well.
Well, it comes straight from the face-off,
yeah.
And he fires it in from the point, hits the back of the net.
Well rehearsed play that.
Yeah, they've obviously been practicing that one, and it's paid off here as Witness Wild take the lead. It's now Witness Wild 2, Blackburn Hawks 1.
Baldwin again. Griffin decides to try and take the shot, come off Dunford though. Races to the bench, 53 seconds remain in the period, 36 on the penalty. The Wild can either choose to run this clock out or actually make a push for this and try and go 2 goals ahead. As Hager picks it up at the point, decides to take a shot, it's in! Rich Hager with an absolute snipe!
Oh my goodness, take it by Rich Hager, what a shot! Gets the puck to the side, and he sticks to his spot, fires it home, top corner, and Nick Straphan's didn't have a chance to even respond to that, and it's now Witness Wild 3, Blackburn Hawks 1.
Streetley aids that on. Coulter manages to get it over to Tarpey, and you can tell now that Witness are just sort of egging out the Hawks, trying to stretch them in a bit to get in behind them.
Yeah, and Davis is just sitting like a lone striker up front and not much getting up to him at the moment.
11:05 now remaining in this game as the Hawks trying to get possession in the Witness zone. Witness managed to regain it though, trying to push it out. Can't. Oh, it's in! No, redirect down in front! Well, there was bodies in the way of Croyle through traffic, and it's a redirect for him. Looks to be Riddick.
No, you'll never guess who that was.
Was that number 8 himself?
It
Gary?
was, yeah.
And Mr. Davis.
Well, he was in the right space at the right time. Takes a little tap. Witness Wild 3, Blackburn Hawks 2.
So, Ollie, a good performance there, a good victory. Came out that third period firing. What did it feel like down there on the ice?
Nice. We just won, haven't we? We just won tournament, have we? We have. Yeah, very good. No, it was nice. Tough game. They were a very good team, and they brought some extra guy. Well, they brought an extra guy in, especially for us. So they must have been worried about us tonight. So ultimately, we stuck to his task today and come out winning the tournament, and very happy with the performance.
So in between that first and second period, obviously a goal each had gone in. What was said in the locker room that needed to change? Obviously, they had to go ahead goals.
In between the what? Sorry, the first.
In the first and second period, yeah.
No, I thought we were well. They penned us in a bit at first, but we just had to be composed, and be more composed on the puck, and we were rushing decisions a bit, and they come out firing. But I thought once 10, 12 minutes into the game, we found us feet a bit. We started getting pucks on net, and that was his job. We matched them. And yeah, spot on, no problem.
Now, we obviously saw the situation there with Chris G and Kenny Witter dropping the gloves. We know Reese is obviously a key defensive man for them and their captain as well. In that sense, how much did that fight disrupt the game or swing it your way?
Didn't disrupt it. If anything, it worked for us, I think. Reese, he'll fight anyone, and Chris just, went with him today, and fair play to him, because a lot of people wouldn't. And if anything, it gave us a bit of momentum, so no problem with that.
And then finally, we were without Barnes today, and a few people were worried that could have, really stuck. And then we heard early on today that Brownlee wasn't icing as well. Turned to Danny Hyde, who returned, and that line of Hyde, Hagger, and Coulter. How beneficial was that line today?
Well, firstly, we've missed Barnes. He's been a big player for us, and a lot of speculation about him coming in and playing for us because he released chief player. I lost a lot of players, and I filled in with players, and Barnes had an ankle injury, and then Cam couldn't make it as well today. Ultimately, Danny stepped up and did a job, but ultimately we're a team performance, and I'm happy with every single one of my players. First, second, third line, everyone did a job, and that was the spirit we went into it as a team. We won it as a team, and yeah, job done. I
was going to say, Ollie, that's the one thing that you've kind of answered the critics, because with the players being missing like Barnes and that, it's all these naysayers about these elite players coming in and out. You proved a point. You don't really need them. You've got the ability. You've got the side that can do the job when it's asked.
Gary, every team's done it. Sheffield's brought guys in from, Nottingham's got guys. Blackburn's just brought in a GB international for today. Everyone's done it. And, we've brought guys in. They've strengthened us. They've helped guys, as normal players develop. And overall, it's been a good tournament. I've enjoyed it. Everyone's got on really well. And we've won it, so I'm happy. I'm going to go home tonight and sleep well.
I've got one more question for you, Ollie. It's been great to see you in this streaming series, and I take it that you've really enjoyed playing hockey in this tournament. It'd be nice to see you back. What's your plans for the future, mate?
Next Thursday, I'm playing tennis. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm playing tennis next week, though. Again.
Well, it'd be great to see you back anyway. You're always welcome either behind the mic or certainly on the ice. We'll love to see you back anyway, Ollie.
Gary and Ben, you've done a top job as well. So thank you for your streaming. It's been brilliant.
Right,
so,
we appreciate that. We appreciate it, mate. Well, thanks
very much. We'll go in and celebrate with your team anyway.
Yeah.
A well-deserved victory today, and potentially the hands on the cup.
Yeah, thank you.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Well, so far, I'd like to see that kind of action from Widnes coming into this third period.
Yeah, what a great game that was. Obviously, everything to play for was on the line there. You really fancied well-stacked Blackburn Hawks coming into this one, who'd found a bit of momentum, fair to say, after the initial defeat. And Widnes Wild were rolling high until that banana skin of the Sheffield Scimitars, and then we came back fighting, though, to be fair. But that was just the last streaming series. You know what I mean? There was 4 teams. It was the first time that a lot of them had skated together. A lot of rust to blow off, and now the 3 teams that we've got left, well, they've blown a lot of rust off, and they, fresh legs as well.
So, of course, if you're new to watching this stream, which I'm sure you're not, but as you probably already know, this Three Rivers Cup has been named such because of the rivers with the three connecting teams, which are Widnes Wild, Nottingham Lions, and of course Sheffield Scimitars. Be interesting to see how this pans out, but the three teams that are involved taking this very, very seriously after this first streaming series have been this second one, and I can foresee more happening before the league season starts.
I don't. I'm sorry, Guy, I don't. I know I spoke to Matt Bradbury, and he said, they've been given the higher word that was it. This was the last series they were to partake in before the season. To be fair, I think Widnes needed a lot of time off now to get the structure fixed, to bed players in and to make sure they've got a structure coming forward now into that season, whether it be they're in the NIHL North 1 or, whether they remain in North 2, whether if there is even a North 2, you know what I mean? At this stage, we still don't know potentially what a league structure could look like. But one thing that, speaking with a lot of the players and a lot of the coaches around the league at the moment, we've had players from that National League coming down and playing at this N1 level. And we've had some of the players from the N2 stepping up as well. So it's fair to say now that those boundaries that used to define teams, the likes of, you've got your Leeds Chiefs and your Sheffield Steel Dogs, and and then it comes down and you've got your North 1 teams, your Billingham Stars, your Whitley Bay Warriors, and then you come down again, you've got your D-sides and your Altrinchams.
The gaps are closing up.
Yeah, they are, and the boundaries are starting to fade, and especially more so in that top 2-tier teams. So personally, I can see a structure coming back where you would have a development league, the National 2, and then a National 1 league that could potentially include what was formerly the National League and the M1 teams.
It's interesting you should put it that way, and obviously we don't have any insight into that until they actually get told, but I'm sure the powers that be will probably be looking at something like that. I personally think there's enough time to get another little mini tournament in, because there's such a big gap now between now and the start of the season, and I think it's to try and encourage fans to come back in and bring that popularity back to the sport, get the fans excited about a season. It's bums on seats for me. I like to see the fans here, and we know we love it here at Widnes as well.
So the question is, guys, and we'd like to see you in the chat now talking about this. If the league comes back, or no, sorry, when the league comes back, okay, if you have the option of either staying at home and watching a stream of your team or going the rink and watching your team, which one would you choose? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, it's interesting to say that, because I know this streaming series has been extremely successful. Well, I think it's time to go over to the ice, and it's time to
Drop the puck. Mr. Williams brings us to the middle as we get ready. Couple of shout outs. Hello, Steph. Thanks for tuning in. And a couple of you still talking away as if you were sat in the stands, which is great to see. We can't wait for the crowds to get back here at Planet Ice Widnes, or even Planet Ice Altrincham, or the D-Side Leisure Centre.
Yeah, all the ice rinks around the country. It's just be nice to get the fans back, get that live game excitement going.
As Coulter turns that puck over. Oh, early doors attempt.
Well,
Pearson's got it wrapped up, but it's come off the post and out. He's hung high and dry.
Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, that was an attempt in from Hartje Hazeldine.
Well, the Lions are trying to catch the Wild on the hop here.
Hazeldine puts it through the paint. Nobody there. Hagger scoops that up, turns it up ice, and here come the Wild. Hagger takes his shot off the blocker of Crane. Picked up in the corner by Hopkins. Let's go for Hazeldine once more. Lions coming out, firing on all sixes.
Roaring, Ben. Are they coming out roaring?
Oh, certainly, Gary. Roar of the triumph. And here they go once more.
You see what they did there, didn't they?
Streetley gives it up for Glossop. Glossop gains his own, turns. Gilbert, and the physicality he's now picking up as Streetley puts the body on, finishes the check on Glossop.
It's close as it is. It's only 2-1 in favour of Nottingham.
Back the other way with Brown. Brown,
Oh, here we
look at
go.
them hands to Barnes. Barnes,
Oh!
well, he hung on to that a little bit too long there. Had to let it go quick.
Yeah.
Gieber in the corner once more.
Maybe the puck was hot and he was just fanning it cool.
Dermot. It's done enough to turn it back round. chopped away onto the stick of Streetley. Scooped up though and turned around by Crowston. Lions up the wing. Coming back, slams brakes on, does Humphreys, turns it into a cul-de-sac, lets it go to Newell. Newell looks inside. No, turns back once more, sends Geber the wrong way. Decided to use his man in the form of Palmer. Oh, Wild do well to poke that away, and here they come up the other end of the ice. Kieran Brown down the wing, Barnes in the middle, can't get past his initial man, and that was number 22 there, that was Dermot.
Oh, Kieran Brown thought he had an opportunity.
Gilbert does well try and dig it out and put it in the danger zone, but it's going to be turned around and calmly picked up there.
And the Wild again trying to draw that Lions defence out.
Gilbert just pushed away out of that play there, and here comes Newell once more. Lou Newell, great coverage by Toff. Back the other way. Lions though still in the Wild zone. Shot comes on off the leg pad of Pearson down as he freezes that out. Well, the Lions coming out, like I say, trying to grab another sucker punch goal.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on that Wild net already. And with 17:05 remaining in this third period, still Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 2.
And a couple of comments in the chat already. Some interesting points, guys. As we're back away again with Weldon. Weldon into the corner. Lets that go. Skate around by Gretton. Gretton turned into the cul-de-sac. Lets it go for Hopkins. Wild do well to clear it. Hyde. Hyde. Been very quiet this game, it's fair to say.
Yeah, he was all right in the first period, but he has gone a bit quiet.
Now Neil for the Lions. Uses his defensive partner. Gretton puts it over. Shot comes in from Luca. And the rebounds come all the way back down to the Lions zone. Hyde skates down applying the forward check, but Gretton's going to be back to get that pass. Looks up. He's got Glosser in support. Decides to use Luca in the middle. Luca takes another shot into the
shot
chest.
down the middle.
Tries to split the D, and Kemp and Luca exchanging words.
Well, you don't want to start an argument with Lee Kemp. Wild, some big, tall players on their lineup this in this series.
Yeah, you look at that defensive units they've got. They've got Lee Kemp, Jay Robinson, Bobby Streetley. You know what I mean? They're not small guys.
That's a wall and a half.
And that's something the Wild have been known for in their short history. As Nottingham looking to do some Glosser. Twists and turns and gets behind the Wild net. Coulter out in front. They've let it go. Off deflections come out and it's cleared the zone at last. Wild breathes a sigh of relief as he chases it down onto Hazeldine. Now Doxy chasing him. Back up the other way though. Go the Lions. Body on from Baldwin. And there's a little bit of afters with Baldwin there. Well, that's Baldwin and Humphreys.
Yeah, it's getting a bit lively.
Is this a powder keg, Gary?
Well,
Both go in the box though.
yeah, they've probably already been warned once by Mr. Williams and Mr. Smith and Andrews. You've got to keep a lid on it, guys.
And we know Faye won't take any.
She takes no prisoners, mate. Takes no prisoners at all.
So offset penalties mean we're going to go for a little bit of 4-on-4. Are they calling for? Are they saying it's 5? So it's 5-on-5. Not a 4-on-4, 5-on-5. The extra men come to the ice and we get ready for a face-off. So while they're sorting themselves out, quick look at the comments again. So we've had guys mentioning in the chat that obviously, you know, hockey's 100% better in person. Totally agree with you. A couple of people can't wait to see us back at the likes of Ultra D side. We do miss getting around the rinks, but we're just very grateful that we were able to cover this game for you from Planet Ice Widnes Obviously, the teams had to jump through a lot of hoops to get their elite statuses, and then the COVID protocols have been put in place as well.
And there's another 3. We've got another 3 games to bring you yet.
I know, it's great.
But we've certainly enjoyed doing this live stream series. But who knows? We'll see what the future brings.
A couple of the guys from D-side watching. We've got James Shaw watching and Richie Ryland as well. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in and joining in.
So the referee seems to have decided now. Decision's made. It's 4-on-4 hockey. As action gets back underway. Wild push that puck out. It's gathered up by the Lions.
So both penalties appearing on the clock now. And we've got ourselves 4-on-4 action after that was all sorted out. So it's number 8, Joe Humphreys for the Nottingham Lions, and number 14, Lewis Baldwin for the Widnes Wild. 2 minutes for roughing each side. And with 15 minutes now remaining in this game, 2-1, the good to the Lions. You'd expect Widnes now to step it up that extra gear and start using that experience they've got in the power as Luca turns around, 1-on-1.
Oh, missed.
Shoots wide. And that's
good puck then in and trying to catch Pearson off guard.
And Phil Pearson standing on his head today, having an absolute blinder for the rubber he has seen. But then again, so is Crane up the other end as Luca again. Vlad Luca takes a shot into the glove of Pearson. Great pick out the air there by Phil. Oh, and Miss Andrews loses her foot in there.
Well, it is slippy out there, Ben. They had the gritter out earlier, and now it's just in the period breaks.
But we're back in this end-to-end action again. The third period, a goal difference literally in it.
Yeah, could swing either way.
Drawing goes to Nottingham. They look to get something. Neil takes a no-look shot. Cheeky, but well read there by Phil Pearson. Just kicks it away. Giebert tried to dig it out off the boards. Lucas there though to put it out in front once more. Trying to get in there. Gretton. And the Wild managed to get it to Coulter as he clears his own. Finds Hagger on the overlap. Hagger gets his head up into the corner.
Well,
Neil gets his blade in the way of Coulter's pass. Griffin at the point is 23.
Well intercepted.
23 seconds remaining on the power play. Apologies, guys, for not keeping you up to that one. 17 seconds now on the power players. Shot comes in there from
Luca,
number 18.
Luca took another shot.
And Newell. Shot again. Newell trying to take out. Final 5 seconds now. Both guys at the trapdoors chomping at the bit to get out. There go the trapdoors. Guys, back out once more. Baldwin straight into the play. Straight down into the Nottingham zone. Holds that up. Quick line change by the Wild.
Oh. And straight into traffic.
Back the other way once more. Barnes tries to find Gilbert. Challenge is there though. Bailey challenge. Tries to work that puck well. Streetley using his experience. Reads that play well. Finds Brown on the wing. Kieran Brown now. Tried to turn it in, but it's going to be picked up. Streetley scoops that up once more. Maintains possession for the Wild at the halfway zone. Brown tries to use the boards to find Barnes. Ends up going back to Toth. Toth. Great forecheck pressure coming in from Palmer.
No penalty there.
Tom Palmer on Streetley.
It's definitely getting a little bit
feisty.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so as well, Gary. As Barnes comes down the wing, cuts through centre, tries to get around his man.
Well intercepted.
Great defence there.
And we've
by
got a
Dermot.
penalty.
The official's arms up.
And it's gone down.
Well, must have thought he'd seen something. But as we go in, Wild poking away on the pads. Well, Barnes, he was just poking away at that puck there out in front.
And again, Crane a little unsure of himself as he goes down to smother that with his leg pads. And the pursuing Wild players trying to stab the pickle, get it in. But we've got a face off to the right of Crane, right of the Notts goal.
Face off. Goes the way of the Wild. This is tied up though by Luca and Glossop. We're going back down the other way now, 14. Toby Fisher of the Lions. And now 14 for the Wild, Lewis Baldwin. Heads up pass. Tried to find Hughes.
Norton cut that out well. And a nice boarding.
Into the corner once more. Out in front. Shot. Straight in Pearson's throat. And that was Glossop. Well, Connor Glossop, he'd have fancied burying that one. But Phil Pearson stands tall and denies him.
Yeah, again, Lions asking questions of that Wild defence. And they've got to start putting something together soon.
Face-off will be in the Wild zone, left-hand side of Pearson. 11:37 remain in this game. Wild still a goal down though, as James Neal for the Nottingham Lions in possession. Tries to find a long stretch pass through to Hopkins. Managed to find Luca. Luca looked to rip a shot in. It's gone across the
nice
paint.
play.
Double kick saved there by Pearson. Keeps the play alive for Witness. Doxson tries to get over in time. Neal's there to cut it out on the boards. And calmly picked up by Nottingham as he retreats and try and reset and go again. Gretton puts it into the glove of Pearson, and he's going to choose to freeze that one up. 11:05 on the clock, and a nice little bout of play there by the Lions, but some stand on your head defence by Pearson. $11:05. Can the Wild do something with it on the clock? Luca picks that puck up once more, and it feels like Matt Bradbury's turn to Vlad Luca and just said, Vlad, shoot on sight, my friend.
Well, yeah,
that's
certainly.
That's what he seems to be doing. Gilbert manages to find Brown on the right wing. Brown looks to cut inside, supporting Streetley. Passes it into Barnes. Barnes, tries to find Brown on the backhand, skating in. Back up the other way with Weldon there, one man rush. Streetley's getting his legs going, trying to cut out Hopkins. It's been forced into the corner by Weldon. And look up the other way. Brown got Barnes in support. Brown decides to take the shot off the post. Well, he came off the post and came out. Crane had lost that one. Now the Wild showing their teeth as he come once more. That's going to be an icing call. And all momentum that they've just built there fades away. 10:08 remain in this game.
Yeah, opportunities either end as both teams are trying desperately to put another point on the board, and either way, the next team to score is going to be a vital point that could decide the way this game goes.
Face off, left hand side of the screen, right hand side of Pearson. Played round by the Wild. Managed to find Barnes in the middle. Barnes beats out his man, gains his own. Barnes looks for support in the middle, got no one, goes round about there in front. Brown! Goal!
And there you go.
Well, Barnes to Brown. And Gary, we've got a game in our hands.
As calm as you like, sits right in front of goal, slots it in. And Crane couldn't see it or do anything about it. And it's now given a breath of life back to the Witness Wild. With 9:50 remaining here, it's now Witness Wild 2, Nottingham Lions 2.
And I'm hoping it doesn't go to overtime, Gary. I'm going to get back for another stream tonight.
Nah, you can forget playing NHL tonight.
Back underway once more. And will we see the game step up another gear? 9:45 remain in this game. 2 apiece now. Crane out of his net. Cradles that for Hazeldine. Hazeldine leads it to Glossop. Glossop plays it off the board. Can Haid get over there in time? No, he can't. Yes, he can. A little bit up between himself and Toth, and they put it down. Going to be chased in by Coulter. Picked up by Humphreys once more. Humphreys of the Lions. Little knock on. Find support. Shot comes in. And that's Humphreys now.
Oh, and it's
frozen out
there.
there. Well, it's frozen out by Pearson. There's no whistle.
Yeah, just sitting quietly on the skirt
is.
of the net there. And everybody's trying to have a stab of it.
Well, Phil Pearson had frozen that out.
Yeah, he just manages to get his hand on it. It looked like it was just sitting outside of the reach of his hand. So we've got a face-off to the right for Phil Pearson.
Face-off won.
Oh, it's won by the Lions. Oh!
Quick shot in. Good answer by Pearson. Neil puts it back in once more. Swings the momentum right round the other side of the pad. Doxy's in there, Weldon's in there, comes out on the stick of Hopkins though. Jack Hopkins doing well. Had a really outstanding performance in that last series.
You've got to ask yourself, Ben, as well. Ooh, I was just watching that.
Through the paint there. It looked like he came off the leg pad of Pearson and just come straight back out. Once more, clearing the trash. Wild can't do it. Nottingham scoop the loose change up. Tried to go again, but they've managed to clear the zone there, and it's going to be chased down by Coulter. Coulter gets it, puts it over, looking across the paint. Doxy takes his time. Another shot comes in, skating in was Toth on there. Griffin decides to put it back across once more. Doxy on top there. They've been caught out. Here comes Luca. Griffin gets back to defend him though. Oh, Luca picks his spot. Well, what a shot there by Vladimir Luca.
Oh my goodness. And a nice little celebration to boot. On his own on the right-hand side, coming to the Pearson's left. Made his mind up straight away and fires that shot home. And has extended the lead here for Nottingham. It's now Widnes Wild 2, Nottingham Lions 3.
Well, I said we've got a game, Gary. This is far from over. Thing is, though, can Widnes respond? They need to respond.
Well, there's still 8 minutes 9 remaining in this third period. A long way to go, yeah. And the way the action's been going so far, I still wouldn't write this game off to go either way.
Face off, ties off in the middle. It's come out with Brown. Here comes Brown again. Kieran Brown tries to get round his man, Hazeldine. Hazeldine does well, holds him up. Wild, though, still maintaining possession in the Nottingham zone. Puck's going to come round to Norton once more. Plays it off the board around Barnes. It's going to be easily picked up by Worthington Evans there in the Wild defensive zone. Caught out off the boards once more. Oh, there's a player down there. Another one. As, again, the physicality starts stepping up. And now, Nottingham desperately trying to start a cycle, but Widnes just keep getting themselves in the way. That's all they need to do. There's a man down on the ice over there. It appears to be Luca just off the camera. Is it? Shot comes in though. Crane's read that. And in fact, it was Norton that was down, and he's back up and received some puck. Back across. Shot in from Gibbs. Clears out the man there off the boards. Was Baldwin.
And the Lions players are sitting on the blue line there, banging the ice with the stick, begging for the chance to shoot.
Barnes' pass cut out, turned back around once more. And Widnes forced back behind the net to reset and go again.
Oh, nice play.
Barnes tries to get it past Challenge. Loses his edge there. Streatley. Gieber with the shot, and that's lost in the body there of traffic. Comes out, challenge again to Gieber. Manages to find Streatley. Streatley held up on the boards by Humphreys and Glossop. And they do well to clear that. Quick line change. Nottingham again. Patrolling around that Widnes zone. Back in once more to Fisher. Into the corner with Glossop. Glossop just outskills himself and coughs that puck up to Streatley, but recovered once more by Nottingham. Shot comes in. Well, man out in front trying to shield Pearson's vision there. D need to clear that out the way. Mild looks to clear the zone and finally do so. Hughes.
Need a team taking the foot off the gas here, Ben.
Hopkins now through centre ice, loses the puck out. Oh, I don't think neither of the defenders there for Widnes realise that challenge. Looks to go backhand. trying to post it. Oh, it's in! Well, challenge put it in. It's come over the shoulder of Pearson, and it looked like Weldon got the final touch on it.
Well,
But I think it's been called for goaltender interference.
yeah, the officials are in there as the
Seen that
puck
again.
came in. Yeah, and it looks like it bounced up over the top.
And there, Weldon just falls on Pearson. So it's potentially Weldon that could have had the goal waved off.
Well, that's one for either team now, Ben, if that's the case.
And it has been. Goal has been waved off. Well, that's interesting. Let's see what injection it gives this game now.
And again, the Lions winning.
Shot comes in from Luca. Blocker save from Pearson. Puts it into the corner. Baldwin tries to find Hager on a big
play.
pass. Does so. Hager lets one
Oh,
rip.
it's hit the post.
Inside the post. Come out. Doxy couldn't get the rebound.
Oh, did that not go in?
Enough for the ones who try in the Wild to put these pucks on net. They're beating Luca, but it's not beating the goal.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
And Vlad Luca, well, it can't be Josh Craner, man, but Vlad Luca has beat Phil Pearson. Top corner, top shelf.
He knew exactly where he wanted to put that, and when the puck comes his way, looks up, takes his opportunity, and slams it into the top right-hand corner, left to Pearson, and it's now Widnes Wild 2, Nottingham Lions 4.
Well, when you look down at the rosters, Gary, a lot of people would have had this swing the other way.
Yeah, but it just goes to show, it's a feisty game. It's the first one. Look at the result that Blackburn had in their first game.
And again, dare I say, Gary, and I can just see out the corner of my eye, people in the chat talking about it. We said Luca wakes up late in the game.
Yeah, and it's certainly been the case.
As Nottingham again jumping on all over these mistakes that Widnes are turning up. Tom Palmer again on that one. They've managed to keep the play alive. Again with Norton. Can Widnes clear the zone? 4:22 now remain.
Oh,
Barnes
well.
does well to take it into the zone, but loses it immediately. Griffin for the Wild.
I think the Wild just need to take control and ease it down a little bit. Play sensible hockey now.
As Gibbs looks to get through. Finds a man behind the net. Looking for support out in front. Looks for the one-timer.
Oh.
And that was Palmer again. But back up the other way. Barnes. Drop pass for Brown. Puts it on
Oh!
net. Barnes with the rebound. Well,
My goodness. That
Crane
was
stood
so
up. Oh, there's
close.
a little bit of afters there with
Oh.
Griffin.
Oh dear.
And have we got drop gloves?
We certainly have.
There's something going on the board there, certainly.
And the referees are certainly trying to break them up.
So they've got Jordan Griffin in there. And just wait for the other number
is it
there.
Humphreys?
Is it number 8, Joe Humphreys? No, it's number 20. It's Thomas Palmer.
Oh, right.
Well, Griffin goes to the box. Not what the Wild need right now. But the officials were all over that one immediately.
Yeah, I think they were quite keen to stop that from going any further.
So Palmer skates to the box as the equipment's returned to its owners. The captain's called to the centre of the ice. Well, guys, we're looking in the chat now and we see again, a lot of you mentioning the fact that obviously Luca wakes up late, but again, when you look at the quality of the roster that Widnes about him, and you'd expect a little more offense, maybe.
Yeah, but when you've got... the pace has been fast all the way through this game, Ben, so it's all very well saying you've got these experienced players, and, it's like I said just prior to this little incident.
And Robinson's also going in the box now.
Oh,
so
dear.
it looks like there's been another penalty assessed. So is it a 2+10 or 2+5? We'll wait for the officials to call it now. But of course, fighting does lead to that extra misconduct penalty.
So as I was saying prior to this little skirmish on the ice,
So Fisher and Robinson sitting the opposite penalties now. But yeah, go Gary.
It's all very well having these great players and everything, but the pace has not been eased up at all. It's been constant, and the one team that's managed to survive or ride it well to their advantage and to their favour is Nottingham. So they're the ones quite right at the moment.
So
2 points ahead of the Wild.
2 plus 10 served to each person there. So that'll be Griffin and number 20 for Nottingham, Tom Palmer, missing the rest of the game now, basically. There's 3 minutes left. Baldwin looks to take a shot. Crane gets down in time. Manages to kick that out now. Hagger, as we've got 4-on-4 hockey.
I'm going to say it, Ben. This is a small rink, and we've been saying about how the action's very, very close. And
Puck comes out in front, not a Wild player there.
maybe that's played into the hands of Nottingham.
Very much so, as Neil puts that on the stick of Brown, though. Baldwin's there, looks to find Hagger, intercepted by Hopkins. So, 5-minute penalties, not 2, 5 plus 10 to each player.
Well,
And obviously you've got another player from the bench sitting the remainder of those penalties. As Barnes back up the other way. Luca just gets his stick in there, disrupts that. Brown off his skates, back to another Nottingham player as Hazeldine comes off the skates of a Wild player. Hagger. Clock ticking away, time running away here for Widnes. Streetley dumps it in for Kieran Brown. Brown looks to go back to Barnes.
oh,
Barnes put it back in, only onto the stick of another Nottingham player. That's Hazeldine again. Easily clears that one out. Gilbert now. Fresh legs injection of pace into this little 4-on-4 spell that we've got. With Doxy through the middle. Doxy tries to get around Hazeldine, goes into the corner. Plays the puck around the board. Finds Glossop. Glossop to Hazeldine once more. He's knocked it forward. Newell tries to turn his man in Streetley. Streetley's experience wins out there. Forces him round the long way, and Wild regain possession of the puck once more.
and strangely enough, Ben, just each team losing a player has opened up a bit more ice.
And maybe that'll suit. Widnes now with Barnes, comes in. Shot comes in from Doxy out in front. Crane sits down on the puck. Well, Glossop's pushed down on top of him. But there's nothing come of it.
There's a lot of hugging going on out
And
there.
1 minute, 32 seconds remain in this game. The Wild 2 goals down. It's a big ask of them.
Well, it's scrap again. Crane not picking up the loose puck, and everybody's just going for a free-for-all there, trying to get it. Lions win that face-off.
Look to clear it out, and all they've got to do is ride this storm. And it'll be a big statement sent out. Coulter puts the body on in the corner. Comes away though with Weldon. Finds Neil. Neil tries to get round. And it's picked up by Hopkins. Hopkins! Jack Hopkins with the nail in the coffin! Well, there it is. We know the young man's got talent. The pass from Neil over the top of Baldwin. Baldwin tried to reach up and get it, couldn't. Brought down the one-on-one. Brown's pace, not enough to beat him. Top shelf on Phil Pearson, glove side.
And it's Widnes Wild 2, Nottingham Lions 5, and it's pretty much sealed the fate for the Wild today with 1 minute 5 remaining in this third and final period.
Well,
it's answered the critics.
I think so, Gary. I very much think so.
The result that was at between these two teams in the end of the last stream series wasn't maybe as freakish as people said.
And let's not forget though, Gary, out of the 3 teams that we've got that are in this series that played last series, the most changed up is the Wild. The ones that remain the same are the Lions, apart from 2 players.
Simmons, I would say as well, they picked up quite a few new names. It'll be interesting to see how they fare. Their game, of course, is tomorrow.
Into the final 30 seconds now of this game, though. In goes Gretton. Well, sorry, Newell. Louis Newell puts the puts the salt on the wound. And with literally 25 seconds remaining, puts another one past Pearson.
Well, a surprise result here on the cards as Nottingham underline their authority in this third and final period.
So back underway once more. Diba gets the puck shot at him, knocks it down. No one from the Wild there. Still 4-on-4 hockey. Coulter. Diba gets tied up there, and there's final 25 seconds of those penalties, but the game clock's going to run out any minute now. And there it goes there. There's your game clock. There's the opening game of the Three Rivers Cup. 6-2 to the Nottingham Lions. And Gary, I think that has sent a statement throughout this little mini league.
Mini tournament, Ben.
Yeah, the three teams. I think there's a lot of people on paper, including myself, that would have, potentially had the Wild down to do that.
Well, you say that, Ben. I said it just previously. That last game these two teams played, and you could see gradually over the period of time that all the teams are starting to improve. And now that they're coming into another tournament, okay, albeit it's only 3 of those teams, you're definitely seeing some improvement in a team that's solidified themselves. As you say, they've only made 2 additional added players to it. This is a team that's playing well together, and Nottingham are obviously going to be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament.
Well, out of all the teams, Nottingham are the ones that previously, had gained their elite status quickest, shall we say. So they've been training together the longest. Maybe you're starting to see that now, the gel of the team. I mean, Matt Bradbury and Gloss were rolling those lines today well. Yeah, we saw a couple of the old heads being relied on quite heavily, the likes of Luca, Neil, Weldon, they were really involved in the game. But that's taking away nothing from the young lads that were out there as well, the likes of Humphreys and Hopkins and Archie Hazelland and that.
Well, Hopkins was a name that was mentioned a lot in the Nottingham side, a guy that was supposedly wasn't getting much game time. And clearly he's got a talent, he's a talent there. Along with Luca, those two are quite formidable. But again, Norton is another guy there made a big impression on this game today. I think, as I said earlier, I think the fact that most people say Widnes's ice rink is small, it's compact, it plays into the hands of Widnes. They're so used to playing on this, and it's in their favour. But I think it went against them today because Nottingham brought a scrap to them and came up close. And because it was close and physical, it made it really, really difficult for Widnes to settle down and get into their stride. And come the third period, these young kids still have the legs about them to keep this pressure on, and they never stopped. Relentless pressure on that Wild net, and it paid off.
I totally agree with you, but at the same time, I still think that we're yet to see things from this Widnes team. I mean, it was late when they first got their players together, and by then, they haven't really had time to gel together, skate together. I mean, a lot of them have skated on other teams before. We know the likes of Hager, Robinson, and Geber have obviously skated together before. We know that Barnes, Coulter, and Hager have skated together at the Chiefs, but not all together as one shirt. And now they are, and I think...
And you think that's the difference between the two teams?
I really do. I think that's because the Lions are based on a core of what was left over from that streaming series, and with very minimal changes and a good game plan and mindset, versus a pretty much mixed up, Wild team. That's what we got.
Well, I think it's going to give you an opportunity to find out exactly what the visitors for today's game, Coach Matt Bradley's...
Matt Bradley's downstairs, yeah, we can go down there now. Matt, are you able to hear us down there?
I am, yes.
Very well. What a win, and I must say, what a result there, and it certainly sent a little bit of a statement, as we've said here, across the league and across some of the naysayers, per se.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen a great team performance, and you know, we talk about recruiting well and what's going to actually help and complement our players and complement the style of play that we work and our actual whole ethos. And we did that in the shape of Tom Norton and Will Weldon. And, you know, the scary thing is that could have been probably another 3 or 4 goals, because Vlad Luka missed a couple, unlike him, to miss them, but he got angry, and then you saw him finish 2 great chances at the end. But, you know, right the way through the whole team tonight, we were disciplined with our approach through the neutral zone, and we worked hard. We kept that third guy high. I'm just proud of every player, like I am every time we step on the ice, because when they work, they're working, they're learning, they're getting better, and actually they can just achieve so much together. And I think you've just seen it right there.
Well, it was mentioned in the stream chat actually, and Luca comes into these kind of games a bit late. That he finds his form later in the games, and it certainly proved that today.
And the guy's 39 years old. You know, he's 39 years old. He's playing against guys out there that are on a team that he's twice the age of. But I tell you what, he's an absolute pleasure to work with. He loves his hockey, and he's just an absolute dream to work with. And he's just such a respectful chap. And you know, he knows where that finish is. You know, he was just getting his sight in, obviously, clearly with a couple of wide ones. But that goal, that first goal he got on the short side of the goalie, you know, was an absolute snipe. But you know what? It's just absolutely, you know, I just can't say enough about this team and how they're developing and how they're working together. And we manage them as well as we possibly can, and we keep them here. And you know, we have a few little fallouts and a few little pointing them in the right direction, and just make sure that actually they're doing what they can for the team. And I'll tell you what, I've seen so much composure and so much, you know, the commitment and effort. They just give it every time they go out. So, you know, whatever we take from this series is the most important thing. It's that journey again. It's 8 games, well, 7 games now. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great journey home, and the boys are just a pleasure to work with, and you know, they're just going to get better as the time goes on. So you know, a number of years ago we stuck our neck out on the line 4 or 5 years ago, and we're prepared to continue that journey and trust the players, and they're just coming through so nicely. And you know, it's not you know, it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes to make this possible. And you know, it's days like these that actually just makes it an absolute dream come true, really.
Well, Matt, obviously the dream achieved today. You know, you've come here with young lads looking to learn. You've done a job on what's fair to say some fairly experienced witness players. But it is also fair to say that you guys are one of the first teams to get your elite status, and you have been skating together a lot longer, and you've managed to keep a really good core of players there. Again, as pointed out in the commentary, 19 out of the 22 guys icing today were from Nottingham, the youth in some form or part. Do you think that's been the key as well, maintaining the team, like you've said in the past, sustainability? You wanted to carry the same team through, and literally just the 1 or 2 minor changes.
Absolutely, because there's nothing worse than actually as a coach just keep bringing players in, out, and bringing more in and more out. You know, you've seen Widnes, a number of players have left the program, and now they've brought in a number back in, and that's always hard to gel, especially during these difficult times as well. And like you say, sustainability is key to the longevity of any club. And you know, just sticking your neck out of the line, just go with it, go with what you do, keep working hard. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to take a lot. We took a lot of rough. You know, we've gone some seasons without winning games and all that kind of stuff, but it's all part and parcel of the learning experience. And these guys now are reveling in it. You know what I mean? And absolutely, they work hard, they skate hard, and they just love the game. And I think that's the thing here. And like you say, keeping that close, tight knit group. I mean, you even saw the 2 guys at the end of the game. They got out there for 38 seconds. You know, Heyman and Berryovsky, but they're all part of the jigsaw. Do you know what I mean? It's not just like, you can't just because they don't get as much ice time, you don't just like chuck them on the scrap heap. You've got to work with them and nurture them, and actually, you know, they're all part and parcel of what we're trying to achieve, and that's what we did today. Today was a great team performance, and you know, you can't take that away from the boys.
Well, I usually say, because of my American football background, we always used to say as coaches, you get out of it what you put in, and obviously these kids have put a lot of time in and a lot of effort over the years with you, and it's starting to pay now.
Absolutely, there's some great prospects out there, but it's how you manage them. You know, you could have some great kids out there, but if they just clear off and they go to say a national league team and it's about playing the game, and they won't get as much ice time in these kind of key situations when, you know, you played you've gone down early in the game 1-0, and then you get the score back, and then Widnes don't score for about another 30 odd minutes before they get their second goal to tie it 2-2. And these are the kind of things that these young kids need to experience, and that's what as clubs and coaches have got to actually look towards, you know, because those pressure situations, and then actually, you know, if they can train and work with an elite league club throughout the week and get their training, their experience, and you know, there's no doubt about it, we've got some of the hottest prospects in the country, and then it's for that actually, you know, the work that they could do with an elite league team in the week, bring that back to us as a two-way deal. That's what we'll hopefully look for in the future, and hopefully some of the coaches will just take notice of some of these players. They've got to learn, but they learn by playing the game and actually learn to be that kind of professional hockey player if that's what they aspire to be.
Definitely. Well, Matt, we know it's been a great result for yourself and Gloss there today. So we'll let you jump back on that coaching party on the way home. And obviously, we'll catch you again here soon on Drop the Puck. And good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Cheers, Ben. Cheers, Chopper. Thank you.
Bye. Well, obviously, Matt said it there. It was certainly a difficult game coming into it, but they had the measure of Widnes. They've carried that momentum through there. And again, he's worked with such a good young team all the way through that he's been able to do something.
Well, it's paying dividends for them now. The thing is, and he's already hit the nail on the head there, teams are chopping and changing. And we did say that. It's not your usual league format, is it? You're seeing a lot of people coming in, doing their bit. Teams are bringing players in to just compete in this tournament. And at the end of the day, it is just a tournament, but it's giving people the ice hockey, not just the players on the ice, but the fans at home as well. But it'd be interesting to see how Widnes feel about today's result, really. With that, I think we can go down to our interview there. Have we got Matt, Rich? Are you there? Are you, Rich?
I am. I'm here.
Oh, it's okay. So, not the result you were looking for today, is it?
No, it's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. I thought we dominated the majority of the game, and for saying that we've only had one training session and this game today with a fresh set of guys and new ideas that we're bringing through, I think it went well. We had some pucks that didn't fall our way, and we didn't finish our opportunities, I don't think, either.
And obviously, you've mentioned it there. You guys have had very minimal time to actually, skate together. Now you know what the potential is. What can Widnes achieve going forward?
Well, as I say, I think it's exciting what we've got. The bunch of guys, as you've seen today, they bring a lot to the ice. They've given everything out there, and that's really all I can ask for. If they're going to turn up and give it their all, you can't ask any more of a team, can you, if they're going to put it all on the line for you? So I think tomorrow we start fresh, we go again. If we finish our chances, it'll be a different story. So that's the main thing for me.
Well, one of the things that was quite noticeable about that game, neither team took their foot off the pedal throughout. It was quite physical quite early on, and Nottingham certainly brought the game to you, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. It was nothing that I wasn't expecting, to be honest. They're young, they've got some young good players there, as well as the guys that they've brought in that bring a lot of experience for them. So the few guys that they have brought in bring in that extra bit of experience at the back for them, and maybe that had a little bit to do with it. But as I say, I think the majority of it for us was just we need to finish our chances. We do that, and it'd be a totally different story today.
Well, of course, you've got a very short time or turnaround period to try and sort something out, because you've got an away game tomorrow against Sheffield, haven't you?
Yeah, and again, we'll go with our plan that we've got. It's a totally different type of game on Sheffield's ice, so we'll see how that goes. As I say, I'm excited for what's to come. We've still got another 7 games with these guys, so as I say, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, one of the old things that's mentioned often with Widnes is the fact the size of the pad, when you do play away, it comes into effect. You've now got a lot of guys that are used to playing that big pad size. Surely that argument can't stand anymore.
No, I think that's the difference with this team that we've got at Widnes now, is that we've got a lot. As we said, we've brought in a lot of young players, a lot of quick players. So if anything, the bigger ice is going to benefit us. Especially with the likes of Brownie, Brady, Barnesy, them sort of guys are going to open up and make opportunities.
Yeah, I was going to say, because one thing was quite noticeable, the stretch passes and stuff like that. Nottingham were cutting them out, and on a small ice rink like this, it's so easy to close an attacking team down like that. Where on a bigger ice rink, obviously you're going to have that space, because it was more noticeable when it became 4-on-4.
Yeah, and as I say, Widnes is unique for the size of the rink, but I think it was a good game. It was end-to-end at times.
I'm not going to dispute that.
As I say, I think we did a lot of things right. I think, as I say, we've got a lot to take away from this game, and there's a lot that we can work on, and as I say, there's another 7 games, so it's exciting. Bring it on.
Well, I can't deny, I can't disagree with you there. It certainly is exciting because some of the ice hockey we've seen out there today and the viewers at home will have seen, it's definitely something to look forward to because, as you say, I'm expecting a lot more from the Wild. I'm certainly expecting goals. Kieran Brown's been a breath of fresh air, I think, in this team. But it's just sorry to see that you're on the losing end today, Rich. But hopefully we'll catch you again next time with a better result then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully we bring on the win tomorrow. That's the main thing. As I say, we're looking forward to it, and as I said to you, it'll be exciting what's to come from this team.
Well, Rich, obviously 2 weeks till you're next back here, and that's when we'll next be back here at Planet Ice Witness. But in the meantime, obviously go and have a word with the team, get their heads back up, and get them ready for that trip tomorrow to Sheffield. And obviously good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
So he said it, didn't he?
Let me just, sorry guys.
He said it there about the ice size and everything, and I knew that because that was quite a physical game, and like boxes where you can get in close and make bring the fight to them that way. I think that's what Nottingham did. They got it. They made it a bit of a scrap, and as much as they had some great players out there with us today, like the likes of Barnsley, Hagger, and Kieran Brown, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to be a goal fest. But Nottingham played a very, very clever game today.
Well, let's just start right there. I think you read them names exactly like you said there. You've got Adam Barnes, Rich Hagger, Joe Coulter, Kieran Brown, Boris Gieber, Danny Hyde, and you're thinking, right, okay, poor netminder. Nah, Josh Crane, that lad, proved a point today, proved he can hang with the best of them. And, completely on the other end as well, Phil Pearson saw some absolutely big shots and stood tall. But, I thought Crane would be under a lot more pressure. We picked up on it early that, he wasn't retaining those catches, he was spilling up. I think that's what the Widnes downfall was. They weren't crashing the net enough and putting away those dirty, greasy goals. Sometimes it is greasy than a pan of bacon, but you got to do it.
Well, the wizard, Matt Bradbury, has waved his magic wand and found a way through that yellow brick wall. They've taken the win here today at Widnes, and it's been the first in these 4 games that we're going to bring you from Planet Ice Witness in this streaming cup, this Three Rivers streaming cup. It's been a great day here, smashing I was going to say, but we're going back to that. We're going back to that again. It's been a cracking game.
There we go.
And with that, it's been great. Thanks to the staff and everybody here. Thanks to both teams, and thanks to you, of course, the fans at home for tuning in. I've been Gary Lee.
I've been Bentley.
And we've been Drop the Puck.